not worry.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to a brand new Do Not Worry stream. I'm your host, Anthony, coming to you live from the heart of Lebanon in the 09. How's it going? I can't see my face over there. I gotta move the ring light real quick. 1 sec. There we go. Let me also move this. Sorry guys, couldn't see my face over there on the screen where I used to guide everything. We've got a 3-screen display over here, two PC monitors, and like a TV in the corner of the room that I can see from here. That's where I have my OBS running, right over there, right across from my vision. How's everybody doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's just me tonight. It's just me. We're doing a pretty chill stream. We're going to be talking about a lot of Lebanese updates. It ain't looking good. Is Lebanon screwed, folks? Are we fucked? Are we, doomed to lose the South? I don't believe so. But it's not looking good, at least in the short term. Long term, I think we'll be okay overall. Long term. I think short term, there's going to be a lot of shit. We're going to have to watch the southern part of our country be destroyed. It's painful to watch every single day. And our country's going to pay the price economically. And our people are going to pay with their lives. But I don't know. We're going to talk about that. Some updates, some Iran updates. Insane Trump speech wanting to send Iran back to the Stone Age. Pete Hegseth doubling down on Twitter, back to the Stone Age. So much for a war of liberation. Also, some big attacks on Israel. A lot of Lebanon updates. And Hasan went on Philip DeFranco, and they did like an interview talking about the recent controversy. I figured we could watch that together. I haven't seen it. What up, chat? What up, Hidden Iron? Sarah, Huaydet, hello. DG or Hui, hello. La Jolie Fleur, Ka, hello. A Ravy Baby, hello. Briarleaf, Brat. Busa. Busal Hadana. Busaleh. Dana Busaleh. Hello. It was all connected. I couldn't make sense of it. Taylor Owen, hello. Hello from Baltimore. I was born in Baltimore. I was born at Johns Hopkins Hospital. Weirdly enough, I'm a Baltimorean myself. Hello. Haley, hello. Noxolotl, hello. Bonsoir, everyone. Before we get going, just let me take a second to thank some of our lovely members, folks. As you guys can see, we have a members goal right here on the top right of the screen. Is it showing? Yep, there it is. We're currently at 712 members. We'd like to get to 800 members by the end of the month, if possible. With your help and support, members keep the show afloat. Our members and our patrons, we love you so much. Members get an exclusive live stream every single week. You guys will be getting one sometime this week. Sorry, I'm a little bit behind. Actually, I'll try to do one. Tomorrow might be hard. Maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow or like Sunday or Saturday. I was born in Baltimore. Hell yeah. Sarah, we're gonna talk about Project Hail Mary very soon. Hote and Genius Baboon, hello. Let me thank some of our lovely members like Sham XC9VH, Irene Bertoni, Jessica Al Rock, Jamila Baradi, Jamila Rabadi 7500, Violet 9475, Superstar JWI, Patrick TH2CI, Luke Henderson 5097, Classic Rock Lover 1234, awesome. We all love some classic rock. TO79, Squid Club, Avinash 406, GTI Chatter, Sailor Katracha, Lemia 0332. Who else we got here? Radish Daikon 6 and Sahil Machinaji. Thank you so much. We support you. We love you. Thanks so much for the support. We appreciate you so much, all of our members. Whether you've never paid for a membership, whether you've been gifted a membership, whether you've been a member for 2 days or 3 months, like Sassy Sasa. We love and appreciate you so much. Also, Jordan M, who's been a member for 10 months. Thank you so much. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for the support. We can't do this without you. Look for that exclusive content. And also, Brat6738 just threw in a $20 super chat. Says, I can't gift members because my laptop is dead. So here's the super chat. Thank you so much, Brat, for such a generous donation. Getting the show going in a big way. That's super sweet. Brat, much love. That's way too generous. That's way too kind. We love you. W's in the chat for Brat, folks. That's so generous. Also, our lovely patrons, folks. We got a couple of new patrons joining the Patreon family. 2 superhero patrons. We had Dried Coconut in the chat a couple days ago asking how they could support the channel. Well, they joined Patreon and paid for a whole year up front. So, Dried Coconut, aka, I don't know if you want me to say your real name, aka Fadi, thank you so much. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for the generous support. Also, BB. BB just became a superhero patron, so thank you to our 2 new patrons. Also, our God tier patron, Dan Mujabbir, and other superhero patrons like Bader, Jordan M, Rana F, blonde patrons like Mercedes W, Melissa, It's Dylan, and abductee patrons like Mother's Milk, Caitlin Kegla, Jamie, Ida, and Khalid Dakkak. Thank you so much. We love you. We appreciate you. Patrons get Nour and Karine's exclusive show, fantasy board review. They've already picked another book to read, some other weird sex book. And you get exclusive reactions from me. So far, it's been Gordon Ramsay. Haley D. Holy shit, has been a member for 13 months. Says again, I swear it's been longer than this. Holy, 13 months already. That's insane. Haley, thank you so much for all the generous support. W's in the chat for Haley for being a pillar of this community, folks. So, our members, patrons, we thank you. We appreciate you. But you guys don't have to become a member. You don't have to become a patron. You do not have to send a super chat to support the channel. Simply like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hop into the live chat. Say hello. Join our Discord. Have a conversation in there. Say hello. Just have a good time. If you're watching the replay, leave a comment. Like the video. Make sure you do that. And we love you and appreciate you. And thank you very much. Oh, thank you very much. Okay. With all that down, Far Twain sends a $5 super chat. Asks, do you think it's good that, thank you so much, Far Twain. Do you think it's good that AB and Lena have stayed completely silent on Lebanon? Or is it shameful? Genuinely curious about your opinion. All right, you want to start it off like that? Let's do it, Far Twain. Thank you. Thank you for the $5 dono. I have not been keeping up with H3. I watched a little bit of their Trisha episode yesterday just to see like how trashy it's gonna get. It's crazy to me that they sit there and trash their entire family live on stream. Like Hila's out there talking about like her brother. They're making fun of like their wife. Again, these are the parents of like their nephews and nieces, etc. It's crazy that they air out their like dirty laundry and like family drama issues on their podcast. But then again, looking at the views of their channel recently, let's take a little H3 detour, I guess. I'm not surprised and I'm not shocked because they're doing horribly. So anytime they start dipping below the regular views, they do one of 3 things: an iDubbbz episode, a Hasan episode, or a Trisha episode. Those are the 3 wells that they keep dipping back into if they need a little boost in the algorithm. At this point, it's clear as day, you know what I mean? So let's go to their channel real quick. So look at that. Their episodes are getting like 300K, not even hitting 400K. 400. Okay, this one hit 400K. Oh, look, they're getting to 400K. But like a couple of bad weeks, like 300K. The after show is just getting like 100K, which isn't bad for an after show. 400, just same old, 361K with his watch. So once they hit a new low, which is 360K in 5 days, you got to bring back Old Faithful. Look at that. They did 3 after shows in a row. Like the after show started to take over the H3 thing. I didn't know it was that egregious. So then they bring out the big guns. You got to start some Trisha drama. You got to bring up Trisha. They just recently did an iDubbbz one. They recently did Hasan again. So what about... So I've not watched a lot. Haley D just gifted 5 Do Not Worry memberships. Let's go. Thanks so much, Haley. That's so fucking generous. Guys, we got 7 new members today. Wait, 7? How? Did 2 people become members while we were filming this? 10 new members. What's going on? It says 10 members. Oh, that's because Haley gifted another 5. Holy fuck. I got so confused. Haley, thank you so much. This is guys, W's in the chat for insanely generous, insanely awesome Haley. And the Noxolotl with the $2 super chat. It says huge crash out because Trisha's memoir is coming up. Ooh, Trisha's memoir. Well, I'm thinking I told the guys we're supposed to film an episode of Better Left Unsaid. Would you guys like myself, James and Comrade Casey to react to the H3 episode shitting on Trisha? And just like we sit there, we watch the whole 30-minute segment, just give you guys our commentary. Talk about, it's been a minute, so we've ignored H3 for a while here. If you guys can just look through the channel, we've had more important things to talk about. It's just become boring as fuck to talk about Ethan. But to answer your question, Part 20, so I have not been keeping up. I don't know that they've been keeping quiet. So the fact that they completely silent, listen, it's already awkward for AB and Lena to stay quiet when with the genocide happening, and they already had a hard time speaking, and they know that, you know, that Ethan and Ela agree with the war. You also know that Ethan and Ela are pro the war with Iran. Comrade Casey made a great video about that. Ethan and Ela literally invited like 2 guests on to like help justify the war in Iran. They got the Iranian guy from that reality show, and they got Loner Box to justify the war in Iran. So you know they're okay with the war in Iran. So you know that by extension, they're okay with the war in South Lebanon. You know what I mean? Oh, but Hezbollah is hitting the north. We have the kibbutz there. The people have to move. We need to get rid of Hezbollah. And if the Lebanese government doesn't get rid of Hezbollah, the Israeli government and the IDF has to take matters into their own hands. We have to protect Israel. That's how Ela is rationalizing this. She thinks that Israel has to do this. Israel needs to occupy southern Lebanon for their own well-being and for the well-being of the Lebanese people, because we need to free Lebanon from Hezbollah, just like we need to free Gaza from Hamas. That's what's happening here. So I think it would be extra awkward for them to bring up this war, knowing that it is directly affecting AB and Lena, who, again, as I understand, have family in the south, and presumably their family has been evacuated from South Lebanon. Right now, AB and Lena's families, I know not AB's parents, because his parents are like in the States and stuff. I don't know about Lena's family, their extended family. If they live in South Lebanon, which is from what I understand, they have 100% been displaced by this whole thing. 100%. Or if they've stayed in the south, they've put their lives at great risk, because right now Israel is just razing through southern Lebanon. So they're destroying homes. So either AB and Lena's families have evacuated, or their families are now in the south, which is why I've also not wanted to talk about AB and Lena during this time, because they're probably going through it. I think they haven't brought it up because they just don't want to deal with the fact that their bosses probably think this is a justified war, and they don't want to sit there and like hear them rationalize it. That's what I think is happening. You know what I mean? They're also like, I don't think AB wants to put himself in a position anymore to be criticized. He doesn't want to be called like all the names he's been called. I think he's just tired of it, so he's just gonna fucking stay out of it. They're back to being the Goofs and Gaffs podcast, I guess. I don't know, but like, how could they talk about it? In what way can they talk about it and it not being the most awkward thing ever, because it is directly affecting AB and Lena's families. Their families are at risk of being killed by Israel. There's no other way to say it. So Nogzalatul says, TLDR, he calls Moses a victim, then calls him evil. That's crazy. Let me read through your chat a little bit, guys. Marina gifted 1 Do Not Worry membership. Let's go. We got 11 new members today. Holy fuck. You guys are fucking awesome. DJ Please says, I can't find Better Left Unsaid on YouTube. It's on my own channel, DG. It's on our own channel. We like live stream it. We didn't make a separate channel for it. We just live stream separately on our own channel. So you can find it on my channel. You can find it on James's channel. You can also find some of them on Comrade Casey's channel, North Star Radio. They had to be evacuated last time, and AB brought them to the US. A year ago, 2024, probably. Hermia, hello. So I don't know. I think if I were AB, I would have left the show a long time ago personally. But if I were AB in his current mental state, I just feel like I just don't want to bring this up right now, because I either have to sit there and agree with my boss, who are going to try to justify the war in South Lebanon to me, and I don't want to have to do that, and I don't want to have to defend Lebanon and try to defend the resistance and try to seem like a terrorist sympathizer and get into an awkward argument with my bosses on camera. He doesn't want to make the H3 audience mad for him trying to criticize Israel for the war in South Lebanon. In Lebanon, what am I saying South Lebanon? I'm becoming a propagandist. And he doesn't want to upset the H3 haters who are going to call him names no matter what he says. So, they're going to call him names for being like a coward and stuff like that, right? So I think he's decided, and Lena already never speaks up. So AB's decided, you know what, I'm just going to fucking keep my mouth shut. If I don't upset anyone, I can just sit here, do my job. Now, I don't know if he's still been streaming solo, if he's been talking about Lebanon and what's happening there solo on his own stream. If I were him, that's what I would be doing, like trying to raise awareness, trying to raise money. I don't know if they've been doing any of that, to be honest. Has AB still been streaming live? Star Killer. Let's check his YouTube. Are they still actively streaming? Yeah, they've been streaming. 3 days ago, 2 days ago, 5-hour streams. He's doing long 5-6 hour streams, and they're members only. It's mainly gaming. Apologizing to Anissa 8 days ago. I'm sure that's just shitting on Anissa and iDubbbz. iDubbbz called me cringe. Oh, so he's doing like H3 stuff now. We need to talk about Nick the Oreo and Anissa. So he went full in on H3 and Anissa, huh? Damn. He's looking unhinged over here. My guy. But yeah, I mean, look. No streams about Lebanon. And like, you know, when your country and where your family's from is getting bombed, like, you know, hey, it's a personal choice. It's a personal choice. All right, let me switch it up to live chat as well. But anyways, hey. So moving on. Thank you for the dono, Far Twain. I think that I took a bit of time answering that. Noxolotl. Oh yeah, thank you for also the $2 dono saying the huge crash because of Trisha's memoir. So, do you think she's gonna bring him up though? You think she's gonna bring him up in the memoirs? I guess she has to, right? So, anyways, yeah. Honestly, I wish nothing but the best for AB and Lena's families. Again, I know it must be a really stressful time for them as well. So, despite all the differences that we have and we've had in the past and all the name calling and all that bullshit, right now, there's way bigger shit happening in my life than being called an anti-Semite by Hila and Ethan Klein on their show, and there's way bigger shit going on than whatever petty beef is between myself, AB, and Lena. I just hope their families are fine. I hope their families are safe. You know what I mean? That's all I can say for now. Chris sends a $2 super chat. Says money for your horse sugar cubes funding. Thank you. Let's make that money's gonna go towards my fancy honey. It's in the kitchen. I've been spending all my money on Lego instead of extra jars of honey. So yeah, but we're gonna try to react. I'm gonna try to get the guys to react to some H3 on Sunday. We'll have some fun. Moving on. I talked to you guys about wanting to watch Project Hail Mary last week. Karine and I were talking, and we were very mad that they took it off of IMAX in Lebanon. As you guys know, we only have one IMAX screen in the whole country. It's at the city center mall in Hazmiye, and it's in an area that is kind of being bombed by Israel and very close to other areas that are being bombed. So like going there is maybe like not the safest right now, but like still the mall is still open. People are still going. Not a lot, you know what I mean? The movie theater is probably completely empty at this point. But anyways, I had assumed that they weren't going to release any new movies here in Lebanon because of the war. Anytime there's like shit going on here, they'll postpone big movies, big releases because they want people to be able to go to the movies and watch them. Movie theaters count on these big movies, etc., to pay the fucking bills and keep the lights on. So I had just assumed that they're postponing all of this stuff. I opened my phone a couple days ago just like to look at the Vox app, see if they had any new movies coming out. Lo and behold, they had Project Hail Mary, and it was still available in IMAX. I was like, holy shit, fucking awesome. But should I go to the Beirut City Center? Should I not go? Is it safe? I kind of waited on it like 2 days. I was still thinking about it. And then I decided, you know what? I think I want to go. Karine and I check the listings while we're live on camera and while we're on stream. And turns out that they've also just released the new Super Mario movie. And it's now taken over the only IMAX screen we have in the whole country. So you can't watch Project Hail Mary in IMAX. And I'm sorry, the only way I'm going to watch Project Hail Mary is in IMAX, okay? Because look at the difference. Look at the difference. Okay, I'm not even kidding. You guys know IMAX screens are way taller. It's a much taller aspect ratio. But movies like this were kind of filmed with IMAX cameras. They're filmed for IMAX. So you see so much more. I don't know how else to describe it. You see so much more of the screen. Like this is the screen in the IMAX. Like you get 15% more content in your vision. Like, you know what I mean? Like you see this, the planet is cut off at the ring. You see the full rings here. You see the full rings and then some. You see more of the planet. So it's a completely different experience. Watching this on a regular screen, I'm going to be thinking the whole time, I'm only looking at this. I could be looking at this. It's like going to be a shittier experience, okay? And they only make a handful of films like this a year that are like filmed in IMAX, that are optimized for IMAX, that are made to be seen on the big screen, where there's actually going to be more stuff for you to see. The aspect ratio expands, it increases. So this is what I want to see this. I don't want to see this like a fucking peasant. You know what I mean? So Karine and I were like, all right, we got to hit up Vox Cinemas. Let's see, can we rent out the Vox, the IMAX theater, the IMAX screen, so we can maybe watch it? I got in contact with Vox Cinemas, folks. I called the manager, Nancy. I got the manager's number last night. I was like, hey, hello, can I speak to... I need to rent an IMAX room to watch Project Hail Mary. I was not aware that it was even out, and I found out like 3 days ago. And now there's Super Mario. What's going on? I need to speak to it. I need to rent a screen. They're like, okay, sir, we don't even know if you can do that, but we're going to give you, here's a number. Nancy, our manager. Give her a call. I'm like, okay, can I call her tonight? They're like, no, it's a little bit late. Nancy's off duty right now. Call Nancy tomorrow. I'm like, okay, I'll call Nancy tomorrow. So I called Nancy today. As soon as I was like, I think it's appropriate to call, fucking slammed a phone call. I'm like, hello, I'd like to rent an IMAX screen to watch Project Hail Mary. And I tried to make myself as sympathetic. I'm like, I just found out that it was out and I've been dying to watch it. And like, it's so hard to, like, there's a fucking war going on. People are dying. And I'm like trying to make it sound sad and dramatic that I didn't get to watch Project Hail Mary and IMAX. I'm like, hello, you know, I assumed that the movie would be postponed because of the situation. And I was like, and then I just found out, and then as soon as I decided to go watch it, you guys have Mario. So would it be possible for myself and my friends to please rent out an IMAX screen and just watch it? You know, is it doable? She's like, we can. You can do it, but you're going to have to pay for all 450 seats in the theater. Now, I'm like, but the theater's never full anyways. Like, half the time you guys are playing these movies for like 6 fucking people. Doesn't matter. If you want to rent it yourself, you got to pay for the whole thing. So I would have to pay for 450 seats. Like, the average IMAX ticket price is like, let's say $8 here in Lebanon. Very cheap, I know, compared to the States, because there's some cheaper ones, there's some more expensive ones. Let's say it averages out to $8. Okay, let's just be generous here. That's 450 times 8. I would have to cough up. That's more. It's like $10. Okay, so 450 times 10. I'd have to cough up like $4,500, $4,500 to watch the movie. Drax says haggle it down to 200. I was able to haggle it down to 400. I was like, listen, what if, can we do 300? She's like, I can do 400. I was like, what the fuck? So 400 seats. She was like, that would cost you around $3,500. Like, they literally just don't want me to watch this movie. She's like, it's gonna cost you around $3,500. I sat there for like a second. I was like, all right, thank you. I'll call you back. I was like, is there any chance that you guys might give it another few days? Like, once you're done with Mario, is there any chance that you'll give Project Hail Mary like another week or another run at IMAX? She's like, we've never really done that before. And she's like, it's not up to us. It's up to like IMAX and whatever scheduling. So like, I thought, because Lebanon, they'll do shit under the table. I'm like, you can show it a couple more times without IMAX finding out. But no, apparently they're following IMAX's, you know, contracts or whatever. So she said it's unlikely to come back later. So I sat there. I'm like, Karine said she was down. I'm sure Karine can bring along a couple of friends. You know, that's Karine. Let's say Karine can bring 5 friends. Okay, I can bring, you know, Demi. Chris said he'd join us. Chris, you want to join us? Pay for some. Chris said he'd be down. So that's me. That's Chris. That's Demi. That's 3 people. I can get maybe, you know, the crew to come. I can get like 7 people. It would be like 12 people. Yeah, it's gonna cost too much money, guys. I can't do it. I can't make it happen. So I now have to decide whether to watch the movie in a regular movie theater like a peasant, or just skip it entirely. I have 3 options. Watch it in theaters like a regular person and miss out on the 15% more screen space and have my peripheral vision completely, you know, covered in screen and in space stuff. Okay, that would have been so fucking trippy, so fucking immersive. So either watch it in regular theater, suck it up, be an adult, be a grown man, and just watch it the way it is. Option 2, wait to watch it at home. Fuck it, if I can't watch it in a movie theater and I'm gonna watch the same aspect ratio, I can watch it on my 55-inch at home, have some fun, be comfortable, sit in bed, you know what I mean? Pause, go to the bathroom, whatever. I'd rather see it in a movie theater. Of course, IMAX would have been perfect. I would have paid a premium to watch it in IMAX. Option 3, and I'm not even joking about this. You guys might think I'm exaggerating. Just never fucking watch it. Just pretend it never happened, because I'm always going to be thinking, what if I saw it in IMAX? What if I saw it in IMAX? I'm not going to enjoy a single scene, because I'm going to be like, oh, so it looked so much better in IMAX. So it looked so much better in IMAX. So it looked so much better in IMAX. And I'm sorry, I'm annoying like that. So I think the best option is for me to just never watch that movie ever in my life. Forget it ever happened. Watch like a spoiler video online, get the whole thing fucking ruined for me. Be like, you know what? I didn't need to watch it anyways. It already looks kind of predictable, right? And just never watch it. That way I'll never know what I missed out on. I'll never get that taste to make me regret. You know what I mean? Nothing. That's what I'm feeling. Jess says, can you delete Shuffed and raise money for this instead? You know what? Maybe I should reappropriate some of that charity money to rent out a theater to watch Project Hail Mary. What's 3,500? What's a couple of hungry puppies and kittens when I can be in a movie theater watching it in IMAX. And if I use the charity money, I can watch it all by myself. Guys, of course, I'm kidding. I don't even want to put that out there. Holy fuck. You know I'm joking. That would be insane. Yeah, no, of course not. Why would you make a joke like that? Huh? Who made that joke again? Who made that joke? Jess Polito, how dare you make that joke? Mythy Eve says, like the stream. Hell yeah, like the stream, folks. We're only at 31 likes and we have 109 people watching. Click that like button. So yeah, what do you guys think I should do? I'm gonna give you guys, I'm gonna make a poll. Help me decide, okay? What should I do about Project Hail Mary? Watch it in a regular theater. Wait to watch it at home. Never watch it. This is, again, keeping in mind, this is about IMAX. Never watch it. Let me know what you guys think. Chris sends $2 and says, cheaper to fly to Dubai and watch it there. True. And even now with the premium, dude, like it now costs like $800 to fly to Dubai using Middle East Airlines because of the Lebanon's getting bombed, Dubai's getting bombed. The Middle East Airlines the only place that'll take you there. So like apparently flying to Dubai is around like $800. We would still be saving money, Chris. We would still have extra money left over. Let's see what you guys are saying here. 44% saying wait to watch it at home. And 25% are saying never watch it. I love the over dramatic exaggeration, just like me. Oh, look at you freaks. Never watch it just because we can't get to see it in IMAX. I respect you. Anyone who voted never watch it. I know. You know what I mean? Fuck it. If I can't watch it the right way, I'm an all or nothing kind of guy sometimes. I'm very much all or nothing, so it's like, Do I want to feel like a loser watching it in a regular theater on a tiny screen? 31% are saying watch it in regular theater. 49%. Most people are saying watch it at home. Watch it at home. Wait a couple months. You know what I mean? It'll be out in HD. Stream it on my 55-inch TV. It won't be that bad. It's not the biggest TV. Obviously, watching it in a theater would be better. But even if I watch it at home, I'm just going to be thinking, God damn, I should have watched this in IMAX. That's the thing. I think never watching it is the one that's going to give me the least amount of brain damage. Never watching. Just pretending like it didn't happen. Oh, what? Project Hail Mary? Fuck it. Just tell me someone in there is a Zionist and I'll be fine. You know what I mean? That's all we need to know. Brat sends a $10 dono. Thank you so much, Brat. And says, wait to watch it at home and save the money for a projector and surround sound. Ooh, you know what? I do need to get a projector. That is a good fucking idea. And I should, instead of even investing in a bigger TV, because I'm always like, should I get like a 65-inch TV or like a 70-inch TV? You know what I mean? Or a Lego set? That's crazy, right? Oh my God. Could have bought a TV. But I think, yeah, I should get myself a surround sound and a more important than the surround sound, the projector. Thanks so much, Brad, for the generous donors. That's way too kind. Marina says, come on, Anthony. Come on, what? You think I'm exaggerating? Brad, you've been way too generous today. Marina, come on. It's IMAX, okay? What are you guys saying in chat? Marina says, but if you want to watch it at home on big TV while being comfortable is better. I was planning to watch it in the movies. Marina says, Marina, listen, Marina, I respect you. I have a problem in my brain that once I put something in my head, like I need to watch this movie in IMAX, and it's only, again, it's happened to like a handful of movies, like F1, you know, the Avengers movies. I have to see those in IMAX. The fact that the new Avengers movie might not get an IMAX release because it's coming out potentially on the same day as Dune crushes me. Imagine watching an Avengers movie in a regular movie theater. Kill me now. Oppenheimer, I had to watch that in IMAX. Any Christopher Nolan movie, they have to be seen in IMAX. Can you like so for me, watching this movie in a regular theater is like making me watch a Christopher Nolan movie that he filmed with IMAX cameras, especially for IMAX and like a regular theater. It just crushes me. I can't believe I'm still talking about this. I can complain about this for hours. Can you imagine what like Demi has to go through when I go on these like tangents for like useless shit? There's war in the country. People are dying. Medical workers are being bombed by Israel, and I'm out here being like, how? I can't watch it in IMAX. Like, this is a problem. We should stop talking about this. Because I'm getting angry again that I can't watch it in IMAX. Why would Nancy do this to me? You know, 400 seats, Nancy? How am I going to sell 400 tickets? Even if I wanted to make an event out of it, there's a fucking war happening. I'm, hey guys, come on over and help me fill out this theater so we can watch Project. It's like there's war. Who wants to go watch a movie in IMAX and hear the bombs outside? Damn it, Nancy. Why would you do this to me? So 49% says watch it at home. 30% says watch it at a regular theater. And 21% say never watch it ever. I think I'm leaning towards that 21%, guys. Just fuck it. Fuck that movie. Just fuck. Someone tell me it's overrated. Someone tell me it's horrible. Sam Peacock hears me. He says, you need that extra, or she. You need that extra 10% of screen, brother. It's fair. I know. The brother made me think Sam is a man. I know. We all need that extra 10%. Oh, Chris. Yeah, Chris, can you help me get a cheap TV? Don't get a projector. They suck. Get an OLED TV. You can never go back. If you need help with the surround system, I have a 6 out of 10. Okay, Chris, send me links for the cheapest OLED TVs, but I need a 60-inch at least. Ideally, 65-inch. Sorry, excuse me. Chris, let's get it. Can we get a 65-inch OLED up in this motherfucker? Hey, Pixel says movie sucks. Ooh, all right. Drax says everyone's saying it. Apparently it's overrated and horrible. Marina says, I meant come on, and us they watched it in the best way. No, I know, right? No, watch it in the theater. The best way to see it would still be in the theater, because no matter how big your TV at home is, it's still not going to compare to a big theatrical screen. I'm not mad. I'm just mad about the top and the bottom that I'm losing. They're not like just zooming into the movie. They're just showing you more. They filmed more footage, then they crop it out for the regular. How could I have missed this? How could I have done this? Sorry, I'm gonna break my brain. Let us cut to what's the first topic? No more IMAX talk. Quinn K says I haven't seen, but I've heard it's good. Yeah, that's what I've heard as well. Sam Peacock says they are coping. It's a decent movie, especially on IMAX. Damn it, Sam, don't say that. Ooh, Random Eyeliner says I made myself go to one battle after another on 70mm. My husband could not go with me, so I do sort of get it. That's the thing. I wish I could see a movie. We don't have any 70mm screens here, and we don't even have real IMAX here. We have like the mini IMAX, but it's still as close as you can get. Okay, it's as close as you can get. And I've seen real IMAX movies. I've been to the Washington D.C. Air and Space Museum. All right, I've seen 2 films there. I think I've seen The Dark Knight Rises there, and I've seen Interstellar there. Fucking crazy choice of movies to watch in that theater. Let me tell you, and that was real IMAX, like the one where it's stadium seating, so it's like this. So like normally in a regular theater, the seats are like kind of like this, where like they're one after the other. And IMAX, you're like your legs are here and the person's head is here. You're like kind of, if you look down, it's kind of scary. Like the seats are very straight up. I don't know how to explain it. And the screen is very tall. Like you have to look up and down. It's fucking crazy. Crazy immersive. Anyways. The Washington D.C. Air and Space Museum. They have one of the only real IMAX screens in the world. Seen 2 movies there, both of them Nolan movies. Chris, do you have friends? Do you have enough friends to rent out a 35? We just need $3,500. $3,500. What can we do? Like, is it unrealistic to try to promote? Is it unrealistic to try to promote an event like, hey, let's do a special Do Not Worry IMAX screening of Project Hail Mary? How am I gonna sell tickets? How am I gonna do that? You know, fuck, man. Anyways. Let's quick little random fun updates before we get into some of the more serious stuff that we're going to be talking about. There's a Rapunzel in Disneyland. I think Paris. Oh, Tokyo Disney. Okay, Tokyo Disney. There were 2 crows filmed eating Rapunzel's hair, and this footage kind of went viral. It's just like kind of scary. Gotta mute this. I've learned my lesson. This is kind of fucking freaky, man. Look at this. People saying, hold the fundraiser, IMAX fun. Can you imagine? This is kind of disturbing. But they're saying they're eating her hair. I don't think they're eating her hair. They're probably gathering like nesting stuff. You know what I mean? They're just probably just trying to build a nest. This is so distracting. This is so like disturbing though. Like imagine you're a child watching this. You're watching two crows eating Rapunzel's hair like Elsa's face while she's still singing. And there's a zoomed in version. Don't you worry. Look at this shit, bro. It's even more disturbing from up close. They're ripping out her hair so efficiently as well. So like, yeah, they like pulled her back in and like they haven't taken her back out. I know what they're, dude. If word spreads around town with crows that Rapunzel's hair is a great source for like nest building, and you can go stock up on your nest tools, this is gonna be impossible to. They're just gonna wait there all day for Rapunzel to pop out. Sam says it's kind of creepy without the crows. It is very creepy. Yeah, this is a new kind. Like I've never been at Disneyland. I've never seen like animatronics that are like this fucking like uncanny valley. Like what is this? This is weird as hell, man. Yeah, the whole thing is disturbing. The whole thing is just fucking disturbing. And apparently there was also another incident like in Disneyland Paris. They've debuted like a new Olaf animatronic who just like dropped dead. He just stopped working. Look at that. Little Olaf. Yes, it looks like Megan. Queen K, that's such a good point. Exactly looks like Megan. So here's Olaf. Look at that. Oh, poor little Olaf. Like, and I've only seen the first Frozen film, and I thought it was incredibly overrated, by the way. Just have to say that. Never saw the second one. Do not care for that franchise. I read that like the actors are getting paid a ridiculous amount of money to return for the voice acting for the third one. Insane. Like, I'm sorry. How much are they getting paid? Josh Gad, Olaf, pay Frozen 3. Look, you guys are gonna fucking squeal, man. Okay, so Kristen Bell is shutting down the reports because they were claiming that every actor was gonna make like 20 million to come back. Fuck off to ads. Okay, fuck it. Don't need this. Pam Bondi got fired. God damn. Bro, Trump be firing people every time I stream. Wasn't it Kirsty Noem last time they got fired and now Pam Bondi? Thank you so much, Brad, for the breaking news, the $5 dono. God damn. Bro, what is happening, man? They've already updated it. Who served? They've already updated her Wikipedia and like everything. Who served? Oh my god, dude, that's fucking crazy. I think my stream is a good luck charm. We've had horrible people die while I've been on stream, and Trump keeps firing motherfuckers while I'm on stream. That's fucking crazy. What the hell? Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Pam. But don't fret for Olaf, because Olaf was seen the next day.
Where's he going? Oh. Where's he going?
Oh. Look, I'm not a fan of Disney World. You know what I mean? I don't think I'll ever end up going to Disneyland in my life. Not a fan of the Frozen movies. But this animatronic is fucking impressive and cute. Let me just say that, right? Isn't it adorable, kind of?
Oh. That is the best thing I've ever seen in my whole entire life.
Like, if I were a child and I saw this thing walking around, I would be fucking amazed. You know what I mean? Like, I would be enchanted. I would be mesmerized. Are you kidding me?
His little legs. Oh my goodness.
Raimi Winter says, Anthony. What's up, Raimi? What's going on?
Though that's like a person.
Samson says, Shada. He does look like Joseph Shada. Oh my god. He does look like he has little tiny Shada legs.
That is amazing.
Yeah, that is so cute, man. Yeah, there's also like there's some pretty crazy stuff. Like there's the DreamWorks park, which again I've never seen. But, like they have the How to Train Your Dragon, and they have like realistic like looking dragons there. Like it's fucking crazy. Like, look at this.
Universal Orlando's theme park has introduced a one-of-a-kind experience for fans of...
Yo, why are you playing copyrighted music, lady? Why are you doing this to me? God damn. Is it Universal Studios? Dragon meet and greet. Like, imagine being a kid and seeing this. Like, that's fucking crazy. Dude, I remember when I was a child, the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life was, you know, those like dinosaur things where they take you and like they have these giant animatronic dinosaurs, kind of like the Jurassic Park ones, and they can kind of move around, open their jaws. When I was a child, my dad took me to one of those. Like, someone rented a warehouse here in Lebanon. They filled it with fucking dinosaur animatronics. And like, I remember looking, like, staring a T-Rex in the face, and like that made me feel alive. Like, as a child, I remember being like terrified by that animatronic. Those are the kind of experiences that, like, my God, that was fucking cool. That was so fucking cool. God, do they still do things like that? Like those giant, you know what I'm talking about? Dude, this would be so cool as a kid. God, I just unlocked that memory of that dino thing, man. It was a place called, I think it was in Forum de Beirut. If anyone here is from Lebanon, Forum de Beirut, they had a fucking thing with dinosaurs. Mythy Eve says, buy a huge TV if you have to. Mythy Eve says, don't be a baby, watch the movie. What's the poll saying right now? Only 32% saying watching it in a regular theater. 43% watch it at home. 25% say never watch it. My people. Sam Peacock says, Australian racist billionaire Clive Palmer spent so much money to try to make a dinosaur park like that, and it's so lame. No, what's it called? Did they really? Let me try to find that. Wait. But isn't this fucking cool? This is fucking crazy, man. And look, it's all adults going there. Like, let the kids go meet them, you fucking adults. Let the children take a photo with the fucking dinosaur. Why is it all old people? Okay, this was kind of shitty. Is this an animatronic? If this is a person, this is disturbing as fuck. Now, it looks like an animatronic, I guess, right? Has to be. This is so demeaning as a person. Yeah, they wouldn't make a person do this. Okay. Okay, let me see. Australia dinosaur animatronic park. What is it called? Lemon Cat says, yes, my nephew loves the Dino Park show. They were fucking awesome. Okay, so what is he called? Clive Palmer? Palmer? Clive Palmer, okay. Clive Palmer. Oh, there it is.
Tourist attraction has roared into life on the Sunshine Coast. Clive Palmer's
shit, that does suck, dude. Palmosaurus.
Anticipated dinosaur park, Palmosaurus, opened to the public over the weekend.
The guy spent millions to do this? This is so shit looking. But I mean, look, if you're a child and you look at one of these things
With special
and it's an
guest
animatronic,
Terry,
this would be insane. Like, I gotta say.
Bindi and dinosaur enthusiast Robert Irwin assisting with the official ribbon cutting.
They got the Irwins involved? They roped the Irwins into this? Come on. Oh, look how young he was. This is a long time ago. This guy's all grown up now. And I think this girl's married now.
The attraction features 160 moving and roaring dinosaurs.
160 moving and roaring. Yeah, but like, they got no room to move. They're barely moving. They're just like moving their heads.
Ranging in length from 2.5 metres to 25 metres and as tall as 10 metres.
It's awesome because you can really see like all of the different dinosaurs, and there's a lot of unusual dinosaurs. Like, it's not just the really famous like Triceratops and T-Rex. There is like more unusual ones like the Carnotaurus and things like that. So
like, what happened with me as a kid is like the T-Rex, whoever was moving the T-Rex must have seen me, made the T-Rex just like look at me, stared into my soul, opened its jaws, and like kept roaring at me for like, it felt like forever, but it was like probably like 4 seconds or something. But I was just like staring there, like, it felt like the wind was blowing through my face, like, holy fuck. It was so impactful. This looks kind of lame, but like, again, I'm 35 years old now, so like, I was like fucking 5 or some shit, you know?
It's really
my mind was blown.
to be able to teach kids about those unusual dinosaurs.
There are so many people in the world just like Robert, of all ages, from all around the world who are fascinated in paleontology. This gives you an opportunity to enjoy dinosaurs.
So look at the they got a fucking
paleontology. This gives you an
velociraptor.
opportunity to
The pterodactyl velociraptor. It's the pterodactyl flying around. Look at that.
enjoy dinosaurs.
It's moving its wings. Look, this isn't that bad.
Known about.
It's kind of cool if you're a kid. Come on, let's give this guy some credit. This racist Australian millionaire.
And get excited and in touch with that kid that's in all of us.
They're so lifelike, and because they move and make noises, I think that's really, really cool.
I love the haircut, man. This is like so
Because
the
they
most
move
90s
and
thing ever.
make
Like,
noises. I think that's
oh, Haley says he was on. That's right, he was on Dancing with the Stars.
really, really cool.
Clive Palmer is claiming Palmasaurus as the world's largest dinosaur park. It is the second new attraction for the resort, following on closely from Palmer Motorama, which opened in November.
We've taken the title from the Texans.
Look, it's kind of cute. It's kind of wholesome. Comments are turned off. I'm guessing people aren't fucking with this, huh? Okay. Well, anyways. We went on a bit of a detour there. Fun little animatronics talk. Why not? We're having fun. This is a little random video. I don't even know why I want to talk about this, but like, is this an over-exaggeration? Is this even real? Just then, Sonic employee goes viral for telling a customer, "You think I give a fuck," when she threatened to call corporate after he asked for a receipt. And what I kind of like is the response at the end. Yeah, so Sam Peacock says, very not wholesome guy. Yeah, that kind of sucks. You know what I mean? Like, wholesome park made by a devil.
Give me the receipt.
I don't have a receipt.
Then you can't give me the receipt.
I don't have a receipt.
Then you can't get it. I need the receipt.
Okay. I shop in here. I should come here every day. So you're telling me some bullshit, Andrew.
Okay, so first of all, the lady. Okay, so he's asking the lady to show the receipt for him to make sure that it's her order or something. First of all, she says, "I come here every day." That's already pretty fucked up. Like, lady, what do you mean you come to Sonic every day? What do you mean? This cannot be the most affordable thing to eat. I'm seeing like a million videos on YouTube every day, like, fast food is getting more expensive. Why fast food is getting more expensive and worse? Why are you still going to Sonic to get a good value meal? You know that's not the good value, and you know it's not healthy. You can make people, I can understand people going to eat fast food because it's cheap and convenient. You can be like, you know what? I don't agree with it. It's unhealthy, but it's cheap and convenient. You're broke. I get it. When it's not even cheap, what are you doing? It's not cheap. It tastes like shit, and it's not even that convenient. So just heads up, lady. Just don't go to McDonald's. Don't go to Sonic every day.
Give me the receipt.
I don't have a receipt.
Then you can't get it. I need the receipt.
Okay. I shop in here. I should come here every day. So you're telling me some bullshit, Andrew. I'm gonna call corporate and I'm gonna send this video.
You think I give a fuck?
Okay.
Like,
Andrew.
genuinely, like, you think I give a fuck? Like,
Okay.
honestly, like,
First
record
of all, he
this.
brings me the wrong
Record
cups
this.
of cup.
Record this.
I'm recording it.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Hold on, now you're getting out of line.
I love the dude that is like, nah, you're getting out of line. Like, at first he's like, yo, I don't give a fuck, send this to corporate. He's like cursing out. The guy's like, dude, I don't know if that's the guy's husband or something. Then at the end he's like, what did he say? Go fuck yourself.
Okay.
Oh, shut the fuck up. No, now you're getting out of line. Now this is getting out of line. People are saying there's happy hour there? Oh, holy fuck. You can get drinks for half off from 2 to 4 p.m.? Wait, at Sonic? What do you mean happy hour? Like sodas is half off? Andrew? Yeah, but I mean, look, guys, we've all worked a minimum wage job in our lives. We've all had to deal with shitty customers. It's always liberating when someone just goes like, you know what, you want to call corporate? Fuck you. You want to call corporate? Fuck you. But I just love. It's probably a skit. I have a feeling.
Give me the receipt.
I don't have a receipt.
Then you can't get it. I need the receipt.
Okay. I shop in here. I should come here every day. So you're telling me some bullshit, Andrew. I'm gonna call corporate and I'm gonna send this video.
You think I give a fuck?
Okay.
I think her calling him Andrew was what really set him off. Andrew? Hey, Andrew.
And I'm gonna send this video.
You think I give a...
Andrew.
You see, he was fine until she said his name.
Some bullshit, Andrew. I'm gonna call corporate and I'm gonna send this video.
You think I give a fuck?
Okay,
Like,
Andrew.
genuinely, like, you think I give a fuck? Like,
Okay.
honestly, like,
First of all,
record
he
this.
brings me the wrong cups of
Record this.
cup.
Record this.
I'm recording it.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Hold on, now you're getting out of line.
I love the. Now you're getting out of line. I just love this shit. I love this. I read a hilarious comment. I hope it's still here. Someone said like, "Yo, this man like they should promote this guy to corporate. He seems to have like a good attitude for corporate." Like that was the fucking. Let me see if I can have it. There it is. The people are too funny. So Sonic, drink your cherry limeade and shut the fuck up. Absolute king. Now you're getting out of line. Yeah, I love that last part. I come here every day is the most egregious statement in the conversation. This was the one. Andrew said it with such confidence. He should probably be working at corporate. Exactly. Promote this guy to corporate. He should be working at corporate. That's all it takes to work at corporate. You know what I mean? Just be confident. Just know how to play golf. Pretend to know how to play golf. Be one of the guys. Just be one of the guys. Hey, shut up, lady. Shut the fuck up. Hey, Mr. Andrew, you've been promoted to corporate. The tweets, the comments are even funnier than the actual fucking video. If I send you this, just know I don't give a fuck. Oh, that's funny. Looks like Andre 3000. Eating at Sonic every day. That lady is big as... Okay, the comments are getting less funny now. Oh, Haley's saying it's fake? I'm confused. Is there alcohol there?
I'm gonna call corporate and I'm gonna send this video.
You think I give a fuck?
Okay.
Like,
Andrew.
genuinely, like, you think I give a...
Yeah, this is maybe... Look, this is probably fake. Anyways, remember the surgeon we talked about last time? You guys told me this was fake? Well, apparently it's not. We talked about this lady. Where is she? This lady, remember? And everyone told me that this wasn't real. Well, apparently it might be because this guy's like viral for doing this kind of shit. Look, are these all fake? Bro, these transitions are fucking wild, man. Are you shitting me? Like not the transition of how people look, just his artistic choice for transitioning. You can kind of tell, like, they all have this little, like, incision point here, I guess. This is where they're doing the thing, you know? They all have it here, like... He's got it here, and he's got it here. Damn, how does this happen? Damn. The karate chop is still the fucking craziest thing I think I've ever seen. The karate chop is nuts. Why is he in military gear? You see that? This is wearing military shit. My God, bro. Shit's wild, man. Shit's crazy. There is no alcohol, just half of slushies. Just half of slushies. Oh, half off slushies. Okay, that's pretty cool. You know what? Sonic, you're all right. Look, the only fast food that I still crave, and I'm maybe ashamed to say it, but like, is Chick-fil-A. When I go to the States, I have to have some Chick-fil-A. I'm sorry. I love their little chicken nuggets. I think they're fucking delicious. I know everyone loves Chick-fil-A sauce. I personally love Chick-fil-A's honey mustard. It is like so sweet, and like I love their honey mustard sauce. I always get like a 20 count little nugget box, little 20 count, the big one, you know, the nuggets with like 5 fucking honey mustard sauce, a large waffle fries, so fucking delicious. And I'll often get the classic chicken sandwich, but I love a good Chick-fil-A. I love good Chick-fil-A. Like I would go to Chick-fil-A like once or twice a month. You know what I mean? If I lived in the States, I would work Chick-fil-A within my diet like twice a month. I would have to. I'm sorry. I can't. It's so fucking good. Okay, we're done with the fun stuff. 54 minutes in already. God dang. God dang. Pretty fun though. A pretty chill stream. Thank you guys. I think I need to talk about lighter things. You know what I mean? I think this is helping me a bit because when we're just talking about heavy stuff, it's heavy, guys. Let me tell you guys, it's heavy. I'm starting to feel the weight of everything that's happening, and it's starting to crush me a little bit. Not in terms of, obviously, I'm okay, I'm safe, I'm healthy, but just the mental weight of everything and the constant, like, we're going to talk about the war right now. It doesn't seem to be coming to an end anytime soon. Not the war in Iran, not the war here in Lebanon. So it's just kind of, my mind is just trying to process, like, okay, how long is this going to happen for? How do I need to adjust my life? Is this just like a short-term thing? Do I need to learn to live through this for the long term? It's kind of what I'm, you know what I mean? And like, this is literally affecting my work in terms of like my stream, the content that I cover. And by covering the news all the time, I am immersing myself in this and not giving myself a break. But I also want to talk about this, you know what I mean? Like, what else are we going to fucking talk about? We can talk about fun stuff like we just did, and silly stuff like IMAX screens. But then shit's got to get real, doesn't it? But anyways, thank you guys for the support. Thank you for being here. Anthony, do you identify as a chicken nugget? No, I don't. Why am I a chicken nugget? Anthony in a mustard shirt talking about honey mustard. This is a mustard shirt, right? Forgot. But and again, Chick-fil-A's like chicken nuggets actually, like, it feels like relatively real chicken. It's not like the chicken paste that McDonald's has. Like, their chicken nuggets are way fucking better. Like, Chick-fil-A's chicken is bam, so much better. Hermio says, one good thing to help, Ahmad Sarsoud has an exhibition where he'll virtually read part of his poems later today. Ooh. On his Instagram? It's awesome. La Jolie Fleur says, I read Iran won't accept a peace deal without peace in Lebanon. That I heard that as well, and we salute our brothers and sisters in Iran for that. But I think they're not getting a peace deal. Like, nothing's going to stop for like the next 2 to 3 weeks. Let's get into a little bit of this, and let's start talking about this a bit. We're going to start with Iran. This is Isfahan, Iran. This is yesterday. Trump and Israel are massively bombing one of the oldest cities in the world. This is fucking insane. This is insane footage, man. The destruction in Iran and the level of carnage, like, what is this, man? This must have been some kind of oil refinery or something, like... Crazy, dude. Spreading peace in the Middle East, and just like they've been doing, just like they did in Palestine, and just like they've been doing in Lebanon, we've been covering how Israel has been cutting off South Lebanon from the rest of Lebanon by destroying all of the bridges. Well, they're kind of doing this in Iran now, and this is apparently the highest bridge in Iran. Trump and Israel are bombing civilian bridges in Iran, not military targets, bridges that let people escape, roads that let ambulances reach the wounded, food, medicine, water, all blocked. We saw it in Gaza, then Lebanon, and now Iran. It's crazy how we're seeing Israel adopt the same tactics in all of their wars. Literally, I've been talking about the bridges here in Lebanon. There's only one bridge left connecting Tyre to the north. Now they're doing it in Iran. Look at this shit, man. How egregious is this? And again, the world just sits back and lets this happen. All we can do is talk about it and, like, you know, this is a systematic assault on civilians. Here's footage of the bridge getting bombed. Israel, US have bombed the B1 bridge in Karaj, a monumental project that connected Tehran with northern regions of the country, including the Caspian Sea, a major transportation artery. We are witnessing war crimes in real time, again and again and again. Yeah, I found another tweet that talks about just the significance of this bridge. Here's a comparison, kind of, yeah. Imagine if Iran bombed and destroyed the Golden Gate Bridge in California. What would you call it? Terrorists. The US bombed and destroyed the highest bridge in Iran, the B1 bridge. Why do you call it peace? Bombing a bridge is a war crime under international and humanitarian law. Insane. Like, how do you even repair this, man? Untold levels of damage that they're doing. Insane stuff. Insane. Hasan shared this. So, Polling USA shared this. Who is winning in Iran right now? This is a Harris poll from March 26, 2026. Americans think that 76% of respondents in the US believe that America is winning, and 24% believe that Iran is winning the war. And Hasan quote tweets that and says, Americans are so fucking clueless. Holy shit, we are literally cattle country. No wonder Trump's inconsistent messages work. We're running on pure delusion and exceptionalism. Which is, yeah, I mean, there's absolutely no winner in this war. And to think that America is winning the war, like, yeah, sure, the US and Israel are causing more damage. They're dropping the most bombs. They're killing the most people. But does that mean victory strategically? What kind of victory is the U.S. getting? How have they benefited from this war? How is Iran? How is Israel benefiting from this war? They've destabilized the entire region. Gas prices are going up. Oil prices are going up. The Strait of Hormuz is blocked. American lives are being lost. Israeli soldiers are dying. People are losing. Billions of dollars are being lost. Now, obviously, weapons manufacturers are making tons of money, and people that invest in oil are probably making a little bit of money right now. But other than that, literally the world is in fucking shambles. And 76% of Americans who watch like fucking Fox News and CNN think that America is winning the war. Are you fucking shitting me? I don't understand where they get this from. But yeah, it's fucking insane. It's fucking insane. Little children. We blew up more buildings, so we're winning. Yeehaw. Crazy. Just crazy shit. And yeah, here's an excerpt from Trump's speech. We can watch the whole thing if you guys want.
We're going to hit them extremely hard over the next 2 to 3 weeks. We're going to...
So yeah, already, this gives you like, over the next 2 to 3 weeks, just like a week ago, Trump was like, we're making great progress, having discussions with the Iranians for peace. So him being like, yo, at least 2 to 3 weeks, we're going to slam them hard. That means this war is ongoing for another 2 to 3 weeks. That means the war in Lebanon is ongoing for at least another 2 to 3 weeks. And they've already, the Israelis have already said the war in Lebanon is going to keep going long after the war in Iran is done. So how long of an occupation are we looking at? How long is Lebanon going to be bombed violently by the Israelis? It's just kind of, so a lot of people just watching this, like, if you hear 2 to 3 more weeks, it doesn't really affect you if you live abroad. Like this war, might affect your wallet soon. It's gonna affect your gas prices, of course. But like me hearing 2 to 3 weeks, and I'm not even in Iran, but like this means that the country is gonna be like this for another at least 3 weeks, and Lebanon is gonna be like this for potentially months right now, potentially months of just this. So I'm like, okay, how do I cope beyond this? Like right now I'm still streaming, we're still talking, we're still having a good time, like I'm still doing a show. Can I do, how many months of this can we do? It's just kind of crazy. How many more people are gonna die? Forget me and my stupid complaints of like, how can I stream about this? Like, it's, how can I live like this? Like, how can people live like this? There are people that don't have homes anymore. Their homes have been completely destroyed. Where do they go?
bring them back to the Stone Ages where they belong. We're going to bring them back to the Stone, hit them extremely hard over the next 2 to 3 weeks. We're going to bring them back to the Stone Ages where they belong.
Where they belong? Oh, nice. I thought this was about liberation. I thought this was about liberating and freeing the Iranian people, Iranian women, Iranian children, freeing them from the terror of the Islamic regime. What is it about? How is it bringing them back to the Stone Age really going to help? How is collectively punishing the entire population, achieving your goal of destabilizing the government? You know what I mean? What? I don't understand this, man. We got a bunch of fucking idiotic pedophile criminals, literally. I'm not even exaggerating. We have a fucking reality television fucking star who's covered in bronzer, who's a fucking pedophile, who's all over the Epstein files, and who's a fucking criminal, and who's working with another pedophile criminal in Benjamin Netanyahu, literally threatening an ancient civilization to returning them to the Stone Age under the pretext of liberating them from the evil Islamic regime. And there's nothing anyone can do about any of this, which is fucking nuts.
In the meantime, discussions are ongoing. Regime change was not our goal. We never said regime change, but regime change has occurred because of all of their original leaders' death. They're all dead. The new group is less radical.
That's also like such a nice thing to say. Well, we never wanted regime change, but now there's been regime change as an indirect result of us killing all of them. Like, what? My dude, you sound like the fucking Emperor Palpatine. Leave us. There are no more leaders in the resistance because we have killed all of them. Like, what are we doing here, man? He just sounds too dumb.
leaders' death. They're all dead. The new group is all of their original leaders. We never said regime change, but regime change has occurred because of all of their original leaders' death. They're all dead. The new group is less radical and much more reasonable.
Less radical, they're more radical. Khomeini's son fucking hates you. You murdered his whole family. He probably wants you all dead, my guy.
Yet if during this period of time no deal is made, we have our eyes on key targets. If there is no deal, we are going to hit each and every one of their electric generating plants very hard and probably simultaneously.
Great for liberating the people of Iran. 90 million people, making sure they have no electricity, no water. Perfect. Great plan. Great plan.
We have not hit their oil, even though that's the easiest target of all, because it would not give them even a small chance of survival or rebuilding.
He's bragging about not hitting their oil and giving them a chance to still survive and still live. Isn't that fucking diabolical? We could hit their oil, but we're not going to hit it because we don't want to completely destroy them. We'll destroy all the power plants. We'll destroy all of the desalinization plants. Supervillains. We got comic book supervillains running the fucking world. Pedophile comic book supervillains. Like, it's not even a... And Pete Hegseth, motherfucker, genocidal maniac, fucking tweets to support his daddy. Back to the Stone Age. Back to the Stone Age. This guy wishes he was a fucking action movie star. This guy fucking wishes he was in a fucking movie with like Stallone and Van Damme in the fucking 80s. He's throwing out one-liners with his fucking cheesy ass fucking tattoos with his fucking hair. You know what I mean? This guy just fucking wishes he had a fucking cigar in his fucking mouth in an action movie. Just back to the fucking Stone Age, buddy. That's his fucking dream, man. And he's been put in charge of the Department of Defense or the Department of War. This fucking cosplayer. Nazi cosplayer. Insane. And yet, America has truly become idiocracy. With President Camacho. Worse, scarier. But like, if you've not seen Idiocracy, but like, come on. Such a prophetic fucking film, man. Such a prophetic fucking film. And I don't even think that movie went far enough when you see what's happened to America. What, did he come back for like some kind of ad? Oh, come on. Fucking stupid. Anyways. Should we watch the whole Trump tweet, the speech? There's an 18-minute version of it. Haley sends a $5 super chat and says, did you see the military helicopters visit Kid Rock? No. That's fucking awesome. Let's look into that real quick. How much money did they waste on that? Military helicopter Kid Rock. I can't type on this keyboard, guys. Oh my god, that was a day ago. Kid Rock military helicopter visit under investigation. What?
I was sitting right there, and I seen a chopper start coming. I was like, man, it looks like military, and it's not the first time they've flown over my house.
The question Army officials are asking, why were 2 military Apache helicopters seen hovering at a low altitude over Kid Rock's Nashville home? The 55-year-old claims he was not.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Yeah, like, that's a huge waste of fucking resources. Like, that you flew out, and that's dangerous to, like, the community, isn't it? If there's, like, an accident or a malfunction, these Apache helicopters can drop on the population.
Not given a heads up.
I wasn't expecting any of that, but I thought it was really neat.
ET has learned the helicopters were on a training mission in the Nashville area, but it's unclear if they were giving clearance for the flyby. An Army spokesperson says, quote, appropriate action will be taken if any violations
Haley says, Hegseth cleared it. Oh, what a fucking dumbass, huh?
Are found.
Keep on Kid Rockin' in the free world.
Of course, the singer has been a staunch supporter of the Trump administration.
Oh my god, bro. Don't copyright me.
It was filmed inside his 27,000 square foot estate dubbed the Southern White House for obvious reasons.
Goddamn. Wasting taxpayer money for a fucking flyby for Kid Rock's fucking mansion? Are you shitting me? You guys want to watch the whole Trump speech? We can speed it up a little bit. Let's see how far. We can make it 1.5 speed. Fuck. Dude, he's so slow. He's got zero fucking aura, man.
Thank you very much. My fellow Americans, good evening. Let me begin by congratulating the team at NASA and our brave astronauts on the successful launch of Artemis 2. It was quite something. It will be traveling further than any manned rocket has ever flown and will very substantially pass the moon, go around it, and come back home from a distance that has never been done before. It's amazing. They are on the way, and God bless them. These are brave people. We want to God bless those 4 unbelievable astronauts. As we speak this evening, it's been just 1 month since the United States military began Operation Epic Fury, targeting the world's #1
So you guys don't want to watch the speech?
state sponsor of terror, Iran. In these past 4 weeks, our armed forces have delivered a masterful job. The fury is necessary for the...
Her take instead? Is her take still a thing? Did they quietly kill it? I think they've quietly killed it, guys. I think her take is dead. Yep. 2 weeks ago was the last video. The last live was 3 weeks ago. I think they've quietly... Because look, they got rid of... Jillian Michaels left. Then they got rid of the set. They started streaming it from Zoom at home. That's the first sign that this shit was gone. You know what I mean? Once they're like, you know what? We're not going to pay for the... We're not going to rent the space for you guys anymore. This isn't making enough revenue. Film it from home. That was the slow trickle. And I think it's dead. Last stream was 3 weeks ago. And that got 6.8K views, guys. Like, come on. You know what I mean? Like, they're getting do not worry numbers. What are we doing here? What are we... They're saying the speech is brain rot. Oh, yeah. Fuck the speech. Fuck the speech, guys. Now, let's move on to what is happening over in Israel real quick. Iran is launching a fierce and ongoing attack on Tel Aviv. All Israelis are demanding an end to the war. No one in Israel can afford to pay for this war caused by Netanyahu and some extremists. Heartbreaking footage of Tel Aviv. On what phone was this filmed? Is there a grok? Is this real question? Oh, this is from June 2025, apparently. Okay, this might not be accurate. Fuck. But more than 5,500 Israelis are homeless on the eve of Passover today after their homes were destroyed by the ongoing war between Israel and Iran. Look at that. Homeless Israelis that can't go home. Oh no. How must it feel to be displaced? Oh no. But thankfully they don't do this to other people. You know what I mean? They know how hard it is to be displaced, so they don't do it to other people. Tragic and heartbreaking. An Iranian missile hit a sewage pipe in Israel, causing the streets to flood with shit. Oh no, there is shit all over the streets. How do I go to your house to eat fresh made rice with hummus? Do you have the falafel, Jacob? Oh no, I slipped. Oh no, some of the shit water got into my mouth. Quick, quick, Yidzi. Yidzi, help me. Quick, grab a towel. Yidzi, grab a towel. I'm swallowing too much shit water. Quick, Yidzi. Jacob, I can't find the towel. They're just used to this. How could the Iranians do this? How could they strike civilian population? We never do that. Our military never strikes civilian population. We are the victim. My cousin Moshe. This is a new video from Abby Martin, talking about the moment she realized Israeli society was fully fascist.
Israeli society has gone full fucking fascist. They're not indoctrinated in the sense of, let's say, North Korea. They know exactly what's going on. They have more honest media than the US. They see
Drax says this does feel biblical. They deserve it. They deserve a shit. Israelis do deserve a shit like mini tidal wave. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? AC says, Shlomo, stop swallowing shit. You can close your mouth like Jacob and I. But I like the taste of shit.
exactly what they're doing. They see the footage. Israeli society has gone full fucking fat.
It tastes like hummus. This shit, the sewage water tastes just like Israeli falafel, shawarma, and hummus.
Fascist. They're not indoctrinated in the sense of, let's say, North Korea. They know exactly what's going on. They have more honest media than the US. They see exactly what they're doing. They see the footage. They know the kids are starving. They agree with it. And this is
And we know that, again, we've seen the footage of the two nice Jewish boys podcast where they're literally like, I would love to have a button to push to kill all the Palestinians. I would love to be at a club and have a screen in the background displaying starving Palestinians. We've heard all of that. These people are fucking freaks.
overwhelmingly displayed. This is not just anecdotal through my man on the street interviews when I was in Israel, which I was floored by in a period of relative calm. I mean, it's never relative calm for Palestinians, obviously.
There's only one way, like, I would carpet bomb them.
There's a interesting kind
Yeah, those are insane interviews. We've watched them on stream as well back in the day.
of contradiction of this indoctrination in Israeli society. On one hand, it's cradle to grave. You are separate from your Palestinian brothers and sisters. They are the working class that serve you if you do interact with them. And you are taught to be terrified of them. You don't step foot into the West Bank. They put up signs themselves projecting the terror that they feel that they've taught themselves, right? And that's the whole rationalization of the violence and brutality, is that they will do it to us, so we must do it to them first. It's a really perverse ideology.
Israelis have to take over, and they have to kick them away. I think we have the right.
Man, kick them away. Israelis have to take over. They have to kick them away. Just carpet bomb them. All of them. They're terrible.
I don't see a reason why not.
This was in Jerusalem, in a place called Tolerance Square, right in front of Zara, you know. And I'm talking to people from all walks of life, every single person.
Is there anything more Israeli than like holding a Starbucks cup, a Zara bag, and be like, just carpet bombs, and it makes it easier? Or with an American accent, just carpet bomb, and it makes it easier. I'm from New Jersey. Just kill those Arabs. I'm Israeli. This is my land. I just got delicious arayas. Have you tried the hummus here? It's so good. I want to make a TikTok. It's like, lady, you fucking stole the whole family's heritage.
And espoused genocidal rhetoric. Genocidal rhetoric. Kill them all, bomb them all, drop a big nuke, expel them. Until then, I'd been kind of placated by politicians and media that fell them.
Oh. I was going to say holy leprechaun, but he doesn't have a full leprechaun
Genocidal
beard.
rhetoric. Kill them all.
I was going to say, why would you do
bomb
this to
them all,
yourself?
drop a big...
Like, I thought he didn't have a mustache. I thought he just had the bottom beard. I was like, my guy, if anyone calls you leprechaun, like, you're asking for it. But he's not. Very light. Thicken the top of your mustache a little bit, because this is giving me very leprechaun vibes right there, brother. Hoi! You coming for me pot of gold, are you? You coming for me pot of gold?
Nuke, expel them.
We love leprechauns here, by the way. I say it with love. This guy's probably not Irish.
Till then, I'd been kind of placated by politicians and media that the two-state solution was possible, right?
Jack, you know it's Cold Stone Creamery as well. Starbucks, Cold Stone Creamery, and a Zara bag. I had to get the gotta love it. You know, gotta have it. Like it, love it, gotta have it.
I didn't really realize the impossibility of that until I was there and saw there is no more West Bank. And Israeli society has gone full fucking fascist.
יש לך משהו להגיד, אומרת ש... על מה? וגם ככה ערבים, מקסימום.
אוקיי, בסדר בעברית. פשוט מאוד, צריך להיכנס לשטחים.
When you let a state have impunity, and when they're that full of hatred, the limitations are endless. And as we've seen, they will not stop. They will not stop. The levels continue to stoop lower and lower of what they're getting away with and what they're capable of doing. And the U.S. will back them every step of the way. And as we...
Is it anti-Semitic to say that, to threaten this kid, like, I'm gonna grab you by your fucking curls, man, if you say that shit again? It's very simple. We need to get into the Palestinian territories. Is it anti-Semitic to be like, I want to fucking grab you by the curls, motherfucker? Is that fucked up?
Of doing, and the U.S. will back them every step of the way. But every single poll since this started has shown overwhelming support by Israeli Jews for the genocide, for the starvation campaign, caging.
Also, wait, the ginger dude is the GOAT, declassified UK. Oh, so I've never seen that dude before. Declassified UK. Okay, good to know. I just thought it was some random redhead.
Millions of people, depriving them of basic human rights, electricity. I mean, the anti-Muslim bigotry that makes this rational and justified in the eyes of the Western world is really, really horrific and despicable.
Amen, lady. Goddamn, Abby Martin. She's a lady, but like not a random lady. It's fucking society, man. Truly. And I don't want to sound like, because when you hear Israelis talk about Arabs, they say like, these people are horrible, they need to be crushed. I'm not saying that. Like, Israelis are just like fucking like, they're so comfortable with being evil. You're not going to find videos of Lebanese people or Arabs saying shit about Israelis the way they talk about us. You know what I'm saying? You have Lebanese people, half the Christians want to be friends with them. Let me quickly check my comic stash page. I put up some Lebanese comic books. Wait, shoved? What happened? A donor just did what? Ooh, someone just donated 20 bucks. Fucking awesome. Let me quickly check if anyone showed interest in my French comic books. No one, not even a message. Goddamn. Trying to move some vintage French graphic novels that I had back in the day. Trying to clear out some space. Trying to make some room for the Lego stuff, guys. Kami Space Invader says it's similar to Novara Media and Double Down News. All right, thank you. Awesome. Okay, I'm just gonna subscribe to them now, guys. Everyone's saying you should check them out. They're heroes. Let me just subscribe because I'm gonna forget later. Declassified UK. Okay. I've subbed. I can see him. There he is. There's the leprechaun right there. There he is.
You are the minister in charge of arms export.
Where's my pot of gold, minister? Have you lost me pot of gold?
Licenses for 2 countries, including Israel.
We're not finding any more rainbows there, Governor.
And you haven't declared that you're a member.
Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I apologize. I love the Irish. The Irish are the most loyal with the Arabs and the struggle of Palestinians, and they understand colonialism and they understand everything. So we love the Irish. I'm sorry if it's offensive to make leprechaun jokes. I'll never do it again. But you have cereal, Lucky Charms. There's a whole cereal box and a cereal character. Oh, Lucky Charms with little marshmallows. But anyways, I've subscribed to the channel. We're good. Of course, guys, I love Jit. Are you kidding me? Like, okay. This was a nice take by Elon Levy. If we didn't have Iron Dome... Okay, so Mehdi Hasan said this. Beneath this protective canopy, an inconspicuous yet consequential transformation has taken hold that is more perilous than the missiles themselves. The Iron Dome has eliminated Israel's fear of war. Worth your time, from Israeli publication 972 Mag. So, and the title is The Iron Dome is intercepting our chances of a normal future. And Elon Levy shares it and says, if we didn't have Iron Dome, we wouldn't have tolerated 20 years of rocket fire from Gaza and waited for October 7 to eliminate the Hamas threat. You mean to eliminate the Palestinians, as has been your dream forever, right? If Hamas's rockets were hitting their targets, we would have been forced into an all-out war ages ago. Careful what you wish for. So they're saying this is the Israelis being nice. Israelis with the Iron Dome are the sweet, docile Israelis who only attack when truly provoked and pushed. You know what I mean? If they hadn't had the Iron Dome, Allah Istud. And honestly, I can't believe him. Like, holy fuck. Even can they be even worse? 10 genocides at once. Fucking insane people. Nugs Lotto sends $2 and says, don't forget MAC Cosmetics and Estee Lauder. Estee Lauder, of course. Lauder. You're talking about the Israelis, of course. So with their Cold Stone Creamery, Zara, Starbucks, they're going to have some MAC Cosmetics as well. Fucking hate Elon Levy. And yeah, the Iron Dome fucking fails all the time, my guy. Like, it's been failing like shit right now. So if you think that's actually going to protect you from all the missiles that are coming your way, and they're already not protecting you. Israel is doing a very good job of like kind of hiding what's actually happening there as well. So, and look, this is like, I can't even tell if this is a parody anymore. Alonso Gourmendi says, Iran's use of cluster munitions in residential areas is clearly a violation of international humanitarian law. You cannot use indiscriminate weapons where civilians live. It's indefensible. Civilians must be protected. I mean, fucking obviously, bro. Of course, but who changed the rules of engagement? Who's been murdering civilians for 3 fucking years, day in and day out on fucking Instagram, live streamed, my guy? Does that mean Iran have to do the same? Of course not. Does it fucking suck? Of course it does. But how can you tell the Iranians, hey, don't fire into civilian areas when that is Israel's MO? That is their modus operandi, bro. This is what they do. They attack civilian areas. Oh, but there's a base underneath there. There's a Hezbollah person there. There's this, whatever the fuck it is, okay? There's Mossad agents all over your fucking neighborhoods. Is that what you want them to say? The Iranian government could very easily be like, well, our intelligence says that there's a fucking military base under there, so we bombed it. Doesn't fucking matter anymore. You've changed the rules. You've changed the game. You made it okay for numbers like 100 children butchered in a fire to be like, okay, oh, well, whatever. That's just another day in Gaza. Now when I tell you that over 130 Lebanese kids died, no one bats a fucking eye. 130 children dead, bro. Kids, over 1,300 dead people here in Lebanon. No one cares because the number is not high enough because they got desensitized. They're 20,000, 60,000 dead, 100,000 dead. Nothing means anything anymore. Nothing means anything. And if you think anyone is going to feel bad, like, of course, no one should be hitting civilian areas. Okay, no one is condoning it. I'm not telling you it's right. But to hear me be sad and condemn Iran for, how dare you bomb civilian areas? What is Israel doing? What is America doing? America just killed 160 school children. What are we talking about? So these tweets are just like, I have to ask myself, is this parody? Is this just parody? Just tiring. It's exhausting. Here's Ben Gvir. We talked yesterday or 2 days ago about Israelis passing a law to kill Palestinian detainees, whereas Israeli detainees or criminals accused of the same crimes would not face the death penalty. Palestinians will, making, according to this tweet right here, Israel is now the first state to have an ethnicity-based death penalty since Nazi Germany. Israel is now the first state to have an ethnicity-based death penalty since Nazi Germany. If you're Palestinian, you get killed for a crime. If you're Jewish, you don't. This is an ethnicity-based, this is a religious-based death penalty system in the only democracy in the Middle East. Oh, truly, the most moral country, the most moral army, butchering Palestinian prisoners because they're Palestinians. Great. And here's Ben Gvir showing off the execution chamber where he will exterminate thousands of Palestinian hostages. Imagine if Hitler broadcast videos of his gas chambers to gloat like this. The irony is just fucking insane that these people were victims of the Holocaust and they are literally, they don't recognize the irony in what they're doing. They have become Hitler. They have become the Nazis. I'm literally saying nothing new here.
השר, ראיתי שהאיראנים אומרים שאתה מת. אני מת להוציא מחבלים להורג. עונש מוות למחבלים.
Why is this filmed like an influencer video? Like, I don't even need them to translate it. It's like, if this were made in Lebanon, it would be like, Ben Gvir, what are you doing over there? Oh, come closer. Me? Look over here. You see this rope right here? You see this noose? This will be used to kill Palestinians in the most efficient and greatest way possible. Now go. Follow for more. That is literally what they just did.
השר, ראיתי שהאיראנים אומרים שאתה מת.
Oh, Ben Gvir, what are you doing here? Look.
השר, ראיתי שהאיראנים אומרים שאתה מת.
What are you up to?
אני מת להוציא מחבלים.
You see this noose behind me?
להורג. עונש
It is the most efficient killing method for killing filthy Arabs.
מוות למחבלים.
Follow for more. And then the zoom into the noose. They're literally trying to do influencer fucking videos.
שר, ראיתי שהאיראנים אומרים שאתה מת. אני מת להוציא מחבלים להורג. עונש מוות.
This man needs to be hung by his fucking testicles. And then when they eventually get detached from his body, he'll drop on his head, maybe get a minor concussion, hang him back up, hang him up from like his individual toes until each falls off or something. قسمك بإيه يا أخو الشرموطة انتك. Let's now start crossing over to Lebanese news and Lebanese updates. Fred C2 asks, wait, what's wrong with Project Hail Mary? Fred C2 has missed the story. Fred, Project Hail Mary is no longer available in IMAX here in Lebanon. I didn't even know the movie was out. I missed the IMAX window. Now Super Mario is playing in IMAX, and we only have one IMAX screen here. So part of me just doesn't want to watch the movie anymore because I only wanted to see it in IMAX, and I thought it was going to get delayed because of the war. So now that I can watch it in IMAX, I have three options. Watch it in a regular movie theater, on a regular movie screen like a peasant. Wait to watch it at home once it's out on home video. Since I'm going to watch it in the same aspect ratio, losing 15% of the screen because I'm not watching it in IMAX, might as well watch it at home on a smaller screen, but comfortably. I can save me some money. Or just never watch it. Pretend the movie never existed. That way I will never have to even think about what could have been. By never watching it, I don't have to imagine, ooh, what would that extra 15% of screen look like? What am I missing over there? Was there a little comet floating by the spaceship that I couldn't see because I'm not watching it in IMAX? Did the little rock alien, Rocky, do a little hand motion that I couldn't see because my screen was like this instead of this? So if I just don't watch the movie, maybe I'll never know. And maybe I'll never have my heart broken. That's the last thing I'll say on it. Back to this. Rania Khaled shares this video and says, watch this Israeli reporter called Lebanese Shias monkeys. What a vile sectarian ghoul. So yeah, let's see. This is an Israeli reporter calling Lebanese Shias monkeys. Awesome. Let's see what he has to say.
Assalamu alaikum. I am an innocent Gazan journalist here on the border of Israel and Lebanon. And I want to send a very quick message to all our Shia friends around the world. This is Kfar Kile, a Shia Hezbollah Islamist village that was attacking the citizens of Metula here in Israel by lobbing anti-tank missiles at innocent civilians. And this right over here is Kfar Klea, a Christian Arab village in the south of Lebanon. As you can see, it is perfectly intact and not destroyed. Christian, Shia, Hezbollah, Muslim. Christian, perfectly intact. Shia, Hezbollah, Muslim.
And by the way, first of all, we're going to rewatch this video and pause everything. They're destroying Christian villages just as they're destroying Muslim villages. I'm going to show you guys a video of Israeli tanks destroying and running over a St. George statue. So put a pin in that.
Stop acting like monkeys. You won't win this. This is what happens when you act like...
Stop acting like monkeys.
You won't win this. This is what happens when you act like a monkey. This is what happens when you act civilized.
So the Christians are civilized, we're calm, and the Shia Muslims who want to defend their land are monkeys. They're crazy.
We will f your shit up continuously, and you will not win. We're not afraid. We're not leaving. As you can see, Metula is thriving. Even under anti-tank missiles and drones, we are going to win this fight. Message to all Shia extremist Muslims. The time now to drop the IRGC. Khamenei is dead. Your glory will never, ever come back. Remember what I said.
Okay, let's watch this again. First of all.
Assalamu alaikum. I am an innocent Gazan journalist here on the border of Israel and Lebanon.
You're a Gazan, you're Palestinian, you're from Gaza, your family's from Gaza, and you have the nerve to like defend the Zionist regime and take sides with the Israeli Zionist regime and insult your own people, insult the Shia. Anta Shia, ya akhi. Anta manak Shia, aren't you Shia? You're insulting your own people. You're insulting the resistance that was the only force on earth that was defending your people that were getting butchered by your Zionist masters whose boots you lick on a daily basis. The Houthis in Yemen were the only people defending your people, and Hezbollah in South Lebanon were defending your people. And you want to call them monkeys, you fucking coward, you fucking traitor to your own people. You think I give a shit that you're Palestinian? If you're Palestinian, but you support the Zionist regime that is butchering your own people live in 4K, you're a fucking dog. You're lower than, I don't even know what, dogs are fucking amazing. I don't know what the fuck to call you, you fucking traitor.
And I want to send a very quick message to all our Shia friends.
So he's not from, yeah, he's probably not even from Gaza. He's probably not even from Gaza, but he looks Arab. Then let's be real, he looks Arab. He looks like an Arab motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So wherever he's from,
around the world, this is Kfar Kile, a Shia Hezbollah Islamist village that was attacking the citizens of Metula.
Yeah, the village, the whole village, Islam is Shia, the whole village is attacking you, so we destroyed the whole village. It's just fucking people living in that village and defending their fucking land. They live so fucking close to these devils, man.
Here in Israel by lobbing anti-tank missiles at innocent civilians. And this right over here is Kfar Klea, a Christian Arab village in the south of Lebanon. As you can see, it is perfectly intact and not destroyed. Christian, Shia, Hezbollah, Muslim. Christian, perfectly intact.
Perfectly intact. By the way, they've destroyed every single bridge leading, connecting southern Lebanon to North Lebanon. Do you think that Christians can magically fly over bridges and Muslims can't? When you say that the Christian village is unaffected, but we've destroyed the Muslim village. Okay, let's say one of these Christians gets hurt and needs to go across town or across the country to the hospital. You've destroyed all the bridges. If aid needs to come into one of these Christian villages, can it come in? If anyone has an emergency, can people leave? They literally just murdered a Christian father and his son as they were driving in a car going from one place to the next in South Lebanon. Are you really telling me that Israel gives a shit about Christians and Muslims? And are they really looking out for Christians when they're destroying every single bridge and forcing them to remain in the south now? They can't be visited by family. They can't go see doctors. Ambulance can't get there. Aid can't get there.
Shia, Hezbollah, Muslim. Stop acting like monkeys. You won't win this. This is what happens when you act like a monkey. This is what happens when you act civilized. We will fuck your shit up.
Hey, by the way, Hezbollah, they're all watching your video, and he's fucking speaking. Who are you talking English to? Let me not talk بالإنجليزي, خيي. You think the Hezbollah militants are fucking watching your dumbass fucking? Oh, maybe if we don't act like monkeys, we'll be fine. I'm biniko emmak halla, bro. The Hezbollah soldiers. They're literally fucking your family in the fucking ass, destroying about 70 Israeli fucking tanks, murdering your fucking soldiers on our fucking borders. Who are you making this video for? Americans in New Jersey that are moving to Israel? Who's this fucking shit for?
Continuously, and you will not win. We're not afraid. We're not leaving. As you can see, Metula is thriving.
Metula is thriving, but they're all fucking out of there. The whole fucking north has been evacuated. What are you talking about? The whole north has been fucking evacuated. They have, one of their mayors was like fucking crying. Let me see if I can find that tweet. Can I find that video? We have Israel, this guy.
אנחנו נלחמים על הבית. אנחנו עושים כל מה שאנחנו יכולים פה.
Can we see what he's saying? They won't even let us translate, right? Okay. What are you doing, for heaven's sake? You've destroyed the border settlement. Either admit that you're incapable of handling this situation.
אנחנו נלחמים על הבית. אנחנו עושים כל מה שאנחנו יכולים פה. אבל אין פה מדינה אחריך. בשביל להצליח אתה צריך מדינה. אי אפשר לבד. גמרתם את קריית שמונה, גמרתם את יישובי הגדר, גמרתם הכל. גמרתם הכל כבר.
So this is a mayor of one of those settlements. Let's contrast, just the contrast with what this fucker's saying.
Under anti-tank raid, we're not leaving. As you can see, Metula is thriving, even under anti-tank missiles and drones.
Let's go back to this. Oh, fuck. Did I just close it by accident? Fuck. God, I was going to make such a nice transition. Okay, sorry, guys. What was I? What did I search for? Israel mayor crying.
בית. אנחנו עושים כל מה שאנחנו יכולים פה. אבל אין פה מדינה.
Let's try that again, shall we? So this fucker.
We are going to see more shit up continuously, and you will not win. We're not afraid. We're not leaving. As you can see, Metula is thriving, even under anti-tank missiles and drones.
I love, like, even his hand. Like, look, Metula is thriving. Look how beautiful. Look at all of these homes. Meanwhile, the mayor of one of these border places. So you've destroyed the border settlements. You've destroyed my town. He's fucking crying on TV.
מה אתם עושים? מה אתם עושים, ריבונו של עולם? מה אתם עושים? או שתגידו שאתם לא מסוגלים לטפל באירוע הזה ותשחררו אותנו, או שתעשו מה שצריך.
Oh, by the way, when he says or do what needs to be done, he literally means like nuke us or something. Just nuke Hezbollah, let us go home. It's not like he's a humanitarian or like, let's just embrace them and stop bombing them and let's become brothers and sisters. He's like, either do what must be done, like crush them. So like, fuck this guy, fuck your tears, motherfucker. Fuck you, you bald fuck. We love our bald viewers, by the way, folks. Everybody, we love them. But this, you know, he's Israeli. Either crush them, you know what I mean? Like, so don't feel bad for him. Fuck him. Anyways, so yeah, no, the border towns of Israel are not doing great, you fucking liar, bitch boy.
We are going to win this fight. Message to all Shia extremist Muslims. The time now to drop the IRGC. Khamenei is dead.
My message for you guys is drop the IRGC. They're out there fucking your mom right now. They're out there fucking your family. IDF. They're fucking murdering them all. I'm biniko ummun. Hey guys, you mind dropping the IRGC? They're gonna fucking kill you, motherfuckers. I would play some resistance music, but the video would get fucking blocked like it did yesterday. Hamad. Marina says hair or without hair, he's an asshole. Exactly, folks. Exactly. Haley says, Marina, why do I have a feeling Chris told you that?
The government has.
That's the Hezbollah strategy.
Guys, I would never insult bald people. I'm on my way of one day becoming bald.
That's the Hezbollah strategy.
Okay, so here is Lebanon Prime Minister Nawaf Salam. It has become clear that the Israeli aggression in Lebanon against Lebanon reveal far-reaching objectives, including a significant expansion of the occupation of Lebanese territory. So here is a reporter giving sort of a breakdown of what the Lebanese Prime Minister said.
Here, but Lebanon is not Hezbollah. There is a prime minister. He has been speaking just in the past few moments. What has he been saying to the nation?
Well, he's saying that the situation in the country is critical and that the country is the victim of a war with unknown consequences. That's an indirect criticism of Hezbollah. The government has criticized Hezbollah for opening up a front against Israel. But what he's also saying is that there is growing concern in Lebanon about Israel's objectives in southern Lebanon, that the objective is to expand the area that it occupies in the south.
Chris says my brother is in Turkey trying to find us a family discount. Yo, that's fucking awesome. Yo, get me in on the family discount, Chris.
The ceasefire came into force in late 2024, but despite that ceasefire,
Are you saying we're gonna do family trip hair transplant to Turkey? That's so fucking. You need to vlog that shit, man.
Israel continued to control hilltop positions.
Sorry, I'm gonna replay this without the.
Well, he's saying that the situation in the country is critical and that the country is the victim of a war with unknown consequences. That's an indirect criticism of Hezbollah. The government has criticized Hezbollah for opening up a front against Israel. But what he's also saying is that there is growing concern in Lebanon about Israel's objectives in southern Lebanon, that the objective is to expand the area that it occupies in the south. A ceasefire came into force in late 2024, but despite that ceasefire, Israel continued to control hilltop positions within Lebanese territory, controlling up to 10 square kilometers of Lebanese land, refusing to pull back. And now with statements from the Israeli defense minister that they're planning to stay in Lebanon even after the war ends, there's growing concern that Israel's objective is to create a zone where it will stay and occupy Lebanese territory. The prime minister also saying
they're going to create a zone and stay. They're just going to just say they're going to occupy the country. They're going to create a zone and they're going to occupy that zone. They're occupying the country, guys.
that they're going to step up political and diplomatic contacts. But the bottom line is this: nobody is listening to the government. They have offered direct peace negotiations with Israel, something which is really unthinkable in Lebanon. It has been met with silence from the U.S. administration. Israel saying refusing to negotiate with a government they believe did not confront.
Yeah, our government is desperate enough to like directly negotiate with the Israelis, and no one's even listening to us. No one gives a fuck, guys. Literally, everyone's ignoring our government.
Hezbollah. So the situation is very dangerous. We also heard the information minister appeal for international aid, saying that this country is unable to deal with the growing challenges. People have lost their homes, their livelihoods, their jobs. Unemployment is on the rise. So yes, he is warning about this critical situation in the country, something that the government really cannot handle.
1 million people have been displaced, guys. Keep that in mind. 1 million people. They've lost their homes, their jobs. They're just wandering around with nowhere to go, nothing to do, no money. They can't get food. Again, thanks to you guys and the amazing fundraiser, we've been able to raise $20,000 to help feed those people. We have $5,000 that's going to be pledged for animals. But the country needs an insane amount of aid. Lemon Mint Cat says PM is a collaborator, sellout, useless shirt. Well, thank you for the $2 donut. Pointless. I know. Also, Marina is saying my uncle is bald. His wife tried to tattoo hair spots on his head and she made it worse. Ooh, yeah, that is horrible. Because now anytime he shaves his head, or like if he lets his hair grow out, he's always going to have that hairline thing up here. So that is the worst thing you could do is try to tattoo a hairline back on your head. That's like the worst thing you could try to do. God damn.
Handle on its own.
My ass getting hungry, yo. Steve Sweeney. Updated stats from Lebanon. Latest from Lebanese Health Ministry on numbers killed and wounded in Israeli attacks since March 2nd. 1,318 killed. 3,935 wounded, so almost 4,000 wounded. This includes 125 children killed, 429 wounded children. 91 women killed, 483 wounded. 1,100 men, 1,102 men killed, 3,023 men wounded. More than 1.2 million displaced, 370,000 of them are children, according to UNICEF. Insane. Crazy. Oh shit, guys. Ravi is having a kidney stone attack. Everybody throw in some advice and tips. Ravi, just breathe. Marina's saying breathe. Marina, you're a nurse. Marina's saying to take deep breaths. Listen to our nurse. It's Good Friday and I have a seafood banquet to go to. God, my cousin used to have kidney stones. I know it's fucking insanely painful. Like, I can only imagine. God damn. And this is so nefarious. This is Israel. This is Israel literally laying the groundwork and manufacturing consent to bomb and wipe out a Christian village. Just like the Christian villages that this fucking Israeli reporter was claiming. Look how safe this Christian village is. Look at the monkeys over there. This is Israel manufacturing consent to wipe out a Christian village. This is the IDF literally posting video of a Christian neighborhood saying, exposed. Hezbollah has seized control of the Christian village of Gaza and is launching terror attacks from within it. Hezbollah has launched rockets and missile launches and anti-tank fire from inside the village, a repeated strategy that dangerously exploits civilians as human shields. So now you got Israel showing you footage, supposedly, of Hezbollah launching attacks from like a church or from like a Christian neighborhood. So now this is their excuse to literally wipe this town off the face of the earth. Isn't this fucking crazy? Look at this. They're literally doing it in 4K. Expose Hezbollah seize control of the Christian village. So now that's more than enough for them. That is all the explanation they need to do. That's it. Put out a little tweet. 20 seconds of video. And now they're allowed to wipe out an entire Christian village. Let's go. And again, not that the Christian village is more important or more valuable than the Muslim village, but it's for them to claim that they care about Christians, they don't. And for Lebanese Christians to claim that, but Israelis defend Christians. Israelis want to be friends with us. It's just the Shias that they hate. No, they don't. They don't give a fuck. They killed a priest 3 weeks ago. They're murdering Christians in Lebanon. They don't give a shit. They're destroying Christian villages. There's a tank that ran over a St. George statue. We're going to watch that footage in a second. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. Look at this. Destruction of St. George statue by Israeli forces sparks outcry over treatment of Christian heritage. St. George is like a boss saint in Lebanon. People love St. George. Okay, if you like, people love obviously the Lebanese saints like Mar Sherbil, Dis Raf'a, Hardini, who I don't know if he's officially a saint, but so when it comes to like other saints, Margirius and like St. George is the guy. Like we celebrate St. George. We celebrate St. Joseph in Lebanon. They celebrate St. Anthony's Day, Saint Antoine. So you don't fuck with St. George, okay? Look at this. A tank bulldozing a fucking statue. Like, I'm not even religious. You know what I mean? I've been an atheist for a while, or like agnostic, whatever you want to call it. Even I feel uncomfortable. Even if I have like a religious little book or like a booklet or like a pamphlet that someone handed me, I feel weird like throwing those in the garbage because I feel like it's disrespectful to religion. I feel bad desecrating any religious object from any religion. If someone hands me something, even if it's like a fucking pamphlet with a picture of something, or I feel like it's sacred in some way. Even if I don't believe, if this is sacred to someone, if someone puts their life and soul into this, I have to respect it as well. That's the least I could do. You know what I mean? Ezekiel B just pledged. We just got a new patron. Ezekiel B just became, I believe, a superhero patron and just paid for the whole year. Ezekiel B, thank you. We salute you. W's in the chat for Ezekiel B, folks. Thank you so much. That's so generous. That's so kind. Let's go. That's so generous. Goddamn, new patron. So I feel wrong. You know, even old rosaries that I used to have as a kid that I got like for my first communion or something, I like cherish all of those things. Everything is precious. Even if I don't believe in it, even if I think that religion can be extremely silly sometimes. You have to respect it. If it means so much to someone, respect it. You don't have to like it. You don't have to join them. Shame on you, motherfuckers. Insane disrespect, man. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking shitting me, dude? And then you'll have Lebanese Christians bending over backwards to defend Israel. But Israel wants to be friends with Mount Lebanon. If we only get rid of Hezbollah, we can go to Tel Aviv and we can go spend our summers there, and they can come spend their summers here, and it's not that bad, and we love Trump. It's like, oh, dude, just fucking watch this. This was 2 nights ago. A strike on Suq al-Rawsha in Beirut, a place filled with young people even during the war. At least 5 people reported dead so far. Israel is carrying out mass massacres across Lebanon on a daily basis.
هون على اسواق الروشه نزلت سيتي ستار.
Look at this. People popping out of their windows, their balconies to film this shit. Like, look how close this is to people's homes. In the middle of residential areas. So they tell you, Hezbollah stronghold. It's fucking people living, man. Alex Crawford says, Israel's buffer zone will extend 30 kilometers inside Lebanon. Israeli defense minister says, and the more than 600,000 Lebanese residents who've been evacuated will be barred from returning south of the Litani until the safety of residents in northern Israel is guaranteed, he says. And they're probably going to be like, well, the safety of the residents in northern Israel will never be guaranteed unless you disarm Hezbollah, which is going to lead to which is going to be what they use to justify Israel's occupation of South Lebanon for as long as they're going to occupy it. They're going to stay there, let's say, for 6 months, a year, 5 years, whatever. Like, as long, they're going to say, as long as the Lebanese government fails to disarm Hezbollah, we're going to stay. Because as long as Hezbollah is armed, then northern Israel is not safe. That means we're going to occupy South Lebanon for as long as we fucking want. And they're going to occupy it for a long time. What are they going to start doing? They're going to start building bases. They're going to start building settlements. They're going to start building this. And then it's going to be, you know what I mean? That's the plan. Now, is Hezbollah going to let them do it? Let's hope not. Because that's the plan. Let's see. Let me see if I can find an updated picture, because they've just expanded the evacuation orders for South Lebanon. It's now north of the Zahrani River, Kamena. Can't find photos right now. Yeah, here, Litani. No, we've already seen that. Okay, this is old. Okay. Everybody doing good? Guys, don't forget to like the stream if you're watching live. Click that like button. Show some love to the stream, yo. Here is Simona Fulton talking about there only being one.
This is the coastal highway, the main
bridge
artery
left.
connecting Lebanon.
Connecting tire.
This is the coastal highway, the main artery connecting Lebanon south with the rest of the country. That's a Lebanese checkpoint behind me, and over there, that's one of the bridges that was destroyed in an Israeli strike. Now, Israel claims that the destruction of these bridges serves to prevent Hezbollah fighters and weapons from reaching the border. But what it has really done is isolate the south and put a halt to civilian traffic.
Oh, look at that fly trying to get on her face. Look at that.
But what it has really done is isolate the south and put a halt to civilian traffic.
Fly starts fucking with her here, hits the nose, she reacts. She's getting a bit annoyed. She's like, oh, come on. And then lands on the forehead. Lovely take. I mean, look. I'd rather see Lebanese reporters doing this, okay? I have a problem with foreign reporters that come from abroad. To them, it's just a rush, right? Like, let me go into a dangerous war zone. Let me get all this footage. I'll be seen as a hero. You know what I mean? Like, they wait for bad shit to happen. Like, I don't like these. I'll be honest with you guys. It's rare that I... But I mean, hey, they're doing good work. Stay safe, lady. This was kind of funny. Joseph Al-Khouri shared this. Nothing personal against Miss Arida. Okay, so Nour Arida is a Lebanese influencer. We've made fun of her in the past multiple times. I think she hates us. I think she's responded to me or something in the past. I can't remember. Or like her sister or someone related to her. I can't remember. It was a long time ago. So Nour Arida installs showers and toilets for displaced women and girls in Lebanon. Okay, so bless her. Thank you so much. Nour Arida has installed showers and toilets for displaced women and girls in Lebanon. Great. And they share a photo of her sitting down as they talk about toilets. So Joseph Al-Khouri points it out, says, nothing personal against Miss Arida, but who thought this was an appropriate picture to go with that headline? Pretty funny, right? Look at that. Looks like she's taking a shit on one of those toilets. Anyways. Enjoy that shit, Nour Arida. Now this is some pretty sad footage. This is footage of the Lebanese army withdrawing from Christian majority villages amid Israel's invasion. It's left thousands of families stranded. In Dibid, residents say the village has enough mazout, which means gas, oil, for electricity for only 1 or 2 days. Many stayed because they had nowhere else to go and fear they may never return to their land if they leave. This is, again, very similar to a lot of people in Gaza and Palestine. Even when evacuation orders were put out by the IDF, they refused to leave because, like, if we leave, okay, we might risk dying if we don't leave, but if we leave, we'll never be allowed to come back to our land. And if we leave, it means we're giving up our land. And knowing Israelis, a lot of people don't want to leave. So in Lebanon, those that aren't leaving their homes in the south, whether they're Christian or Muslim, there's 2 reasons. One, either they have nowhere else to go because they can't afford to leave, they can't afford to rent another place, or they can't afford to whatever, or because no one is renting them a home. People are wary of renting homes to Shia. In some Christian communities, they're afraid because Israelis have been bombing certain hotels or people that have been renting homes. Like they'll bomb a rented apartment and kill someone who they claim to be a Hezbollah militant, which then sows doubt and division in the community because Christians go like, well, we can't help these Shias. If we help them, they're going to bomb our villages. The military has been, the Lebanese government has been forcing the military to disengage, to not engage the Israeli military, because the Lebanese military thinks that if Hezbollah doesn't attack and if we just leave the Israelis alone, they'll leave us alone. So, and they're obviously terrified that if the Lebanese military attacks or strikes at the Israeli military, that means the Israeli military is going to be like, we're just going to bomb all of Lebanon. Right now, we've only been focusing our bombings on the Shia communities. If the military attacks us, that means the Lebanese government is attacking us. That means all of Lebanon is now fair game for us, and we're going to just fucking bomb the living shit out of you. So the Lebanese government is terrified of that. So they're trying to comply with the US. They're trying to kiss the boot of the Israelis, and they're forcing the military to leave neighborhoods. They're abandoning their post and letting these people fend for themselves, or who else is going to defend them? Hezbollah. So like, and then the Lebanese government is shocked that there's a resistance. You're forcing the military to leave while there's an Israeli invasion going on. You just want them to invade these towns? I don't understand. And this is sad. Like, these guys probably do want to stay there and defend it, but they can't. They have to follow orders. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to shame the Lebanese military. They're following orders. But this is what our government is doing. Our government is leaving these towns vulnerable. They're leaving them vulnerable. They're leaving them vulnerable to attack, to invasion. There's no one to defend them. The Lebanese military isn't there to defend them because the Lebanese government doesn't want them to defend them. They do not want to engage the Israelis because they're too terrified of the Israelis, and they want to stay on their good side because they... And what good has it brought countries like... Look at what happened to Dubai. Look at what happened to Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Qatar, Jordan, Egypt. All of these countries that have bent over backwards to do the bidding of the Israelis. And what's happening to their countries right now? They're being bombed into oblivion. Their economies are crashing. They're losing billions of dollars every single day. There is nothing good that comes out of being an ally to the US and Israel. You might think that you're not going to get bombed and you might be happy with the veneer of safety. Like, oh, look, but they're at least not going to bomb us so we can live in peace. But you'll never live in peace as long as the US and Israel control our country, as long as they control our airspace, as long as they control our government, as long as they control our politics. We will never have freedom. So, this is just fucking sad to see. Sorry, I've been losing power a little bit. Yani, Hezbollah's out there doing the job that the military should be doing, you know? All that can be said. We've got the Israel Foreign Ministry dropping memes. Lebanon is all talk and no action. They declared Iran's ambassador unwelcome, yet he stays. They ordered Hezbollah to disarm, yet it remains in power under Iran's control. Meanwhile, attacks on Israel's north continue. Time for Lebanon to get its act together. And look at that. They have Lebanon's words on Hezbollah, Lebanon's actions on Hezbollah. Funny memes. Look at that. Israeli memes. I think they're learning from the American Twitter accounts. Insane. Israel committed another horrific massacre in South Lebanon this morning, dropping an Israeli bomb on a civilian home in Nabatiyeh, killing sisters Nour and Hanan and their parents. Oh my God, so these are Nour and Hanan. That's so fucking sad. Beautiful angels. God bless you, ladies. Their father, Muhammad Hamiyeh, their mother, Rima Juni, and their daughters, Nour and Hanan. So these are Nour and Hanan. R.I.P. ladies. There's so many more victims. I'm just showing you, some of the pictures that come my way. Incredibly sad. Israel's message to a broad swath of Lebanon Shiites must go. Rania Khalid says Israel is openly carrying out ethnic cleansing of Lebanese Shias from South Lebanon. The world is doing nothing to stop it. The Western countries are arming Israel to do it, and they think under these circumstances Hezbollah will disarm. Criminal and crazy. And there's actually an article. Let me see if I can have time to read. Let me go grab the honey real quick. The honey. Goddamn. This honey's too good. This honey is too good. Okay. This is basically called ethnic cleansing, by the way. Whoopsie. When Israel and Hezbollah last went to war 2 years ago, Israeli evacuation warnings came a few villages at a time for residents in southern Lebanon. With the outbreak of a new war last month, the warnings came all at once. As fighting reignited, Israel issued blank evacuation guidance for a vast stretch of southern Lebanon, extending 25 miles from the Israeli border, publicly urging all civilians to flee to the north. But behind the scenes, Israeli officials have conveyed a more targeted message. In private calls to local leaders across southern Lebanon, Israeli military officials have assured several Christian and Druze communities that they could remain in the evacuation zone. They have pressed them, however, to force out any Lebanese from neighboring Shiite Muslim communities who have sought refuge among them, as Israeli bombardments flattened Shiite towns, according to local Christian, Druze, and Shiite leaders who spoke to the New York Times. The Shiites make up the majority of southern Lebanon. Local leaders took the messages as a clear signal. Israel is trying to force out one group in the south, Shiites, who are from the same sect as Hezbollah, the Iranian-backed militant group that Israel is trying to vanquish. Israel wants to create a new buffer zone. It wants us out. What can we do? Said Ali Nasser, 26, a Shiite from one border village, Aitrun. Victoria is asking which honey brand you got. It's not really branded. It's like some guy that knows my friend Elias, who hooked him up. He has like organic honey. So brandless. It's some guy, but it's really good fucking honey. The greatest of honey. No added sugar, no nothing. So what it also looks like what they're trying to do as well is, I think what Israelis are trying to do is they're trying to keep the Christian and Druze communities in the south to maybe try to convince them later, like, hey, you guys want to be merged into Israel? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you want to join us? There's a bunch of tweets that were coming out last week, like, hey, we urged. There was a guy from Israel. I don't remember what he was saying, but it was like, for any Christians in the south who want to like divorce themselves from Lebanon and who are sick of Hezbollah, we welcome you with open arms into like Israel, whatever. So like you could, they're laying the groundwork for local Jews and Christian communities that are in the south, if they want to stay, to maybe become part and be absorbed into Israel. I know it sounds fucking crazy, but that's how Israelis think. They're crazy. So anyways, they're just trying to justify ethnic cleansing, which is crazy. Israel's message to a broad swath of Lebanon: Shiites must go. It's fucking crazy. Insane. Let me open up just a few more links to get everything ready. Do I have everything? We're almost done with Lebanon stuff. Sorry, it's been a long stream so far. Well, it's just 2 hours, but there's a lot of stuff to cover. I'm not going to read the article just because it's going to make my voice tired. Let's see this. This is Beirut, says Lebanon's official death toll does not distinguish between civilians and Hezbollah fighters, leaving the true human cost of war unclear. This is so fucking weird. Experts say Hezbollah is increasingly obscuring its combatant losses by restricting media access, no longer publicizing their killed fighters, and using civilian areas for military operations.
And 68 dead.
This is fucked, man. Before we even watch this, let's see what Michael Young had to say about this. There is so much here that echoes Israel's Gaza talking points. For instance, the idea that Hezbollah uses civilians as human shields. While they have long been hostile to the party and agree they and Iran carried Lebanon into a war on an Iranian agenda, where is the party using human shields? It usually is instrumental in emptying neighborhoods and the southern suburbs that Israel is about to bomb. And why assume Lebanon's health ministry is any less reliable than Israel's military? This film lends credence to the Israeli figure of 800 Hezbollah dead. On what basis? I find it incomprehensible, the conclusion that anyone, not a woman or child, must necessarily be a Hezbollah combatant. When Israel bombs civilian targets, are there only women and children present? Isn't it possible, indeed overwhelmingly likely, that there are males present who are not combatants? I'm also pretty sure Lebanon's health ministry does not get regular reports from Hezbollah members killed in the south. So assuming it is concealing this figure and a larger figure about civilian casualties is open to question. Yeah, like normally they would always dismiss when they would say the when they would say the Hamas health ministry says that 20 people have been killed, they would always discredit that by saying, well, it's led by Hamas. Who cares? Well, when the Lebanon health ministry says that, hey, we've had this many dead people, people will still choose to believe that it's the Hezbollah health ministry or something. You can't do anything to please these fucking blood Hungry motherfuckers. Let's watch this fucked up report because it seems pretty messed up.
Since the outbreak of war between Israel and Hezbollah, Lebanon's health ministry reported 1,268 dead in Israeli strikes as of March 31st, which means that it does not differentiate between combatants and civilians, leaving the human toll shrouded in uncertainty. Meanwhile, Israeli military
Sorry, and are Lebanese civilians defending their own land from invasion? Are they not civilians? They are civilians just as much as they are combatants.
officials provide their own estimate. As of March 28th, more than 800 of those killed were Hezbollah militants. On March 31st, Lebanon's health ministry said that about 88 women and 125 children have been killed. Joseph Jebeli, a member of the Lebanese Forces Executive Committee, said this leaves roughly 1,000 men. You can easily assume the other 1,000 or so are fighters.
Lebanese forces, yani Quwwat al-Lebaniyya, this guy is a extremist right-wing Christian. So, okay, so this must mean that this is Beirut. This, it seems like this is either like some Israeli propaganda or this is an extremely right-wing Christian operation. There's no other explanation for this, you know what I mean? Beirut-based independent news and analysis on regional politics, national security, and foreign policy. Yeah, bullshit. This is 100% Zionist. This is probably Lebanese, but it's by extremist right-wing Christians that hate Hezbollah. You can just tell by how this video is done. And again, they're using a Lebanese forces guy, an extreme Maronite right-wing Christian, as an example. Joseph Ishbeile is no reference. If he says if 1,000 men are dead, that means they're probably all fighters. That's what he thinks because he's pro-Israel. Lemon Mint Cat sends a $2 super chat and says, "I'm so angry, I want to cry evil propaganda." Yeah, it's so fucked up. And what's even more nefarious is that these people are called "This is Beirut," so this is making you feel like this is coming from the heart of Lebanon, and this is what Lebanese people think. But they're taking such a pro-Israel and pro-Western stance. It's quite disgusting.
A figure that aligns with Israeli estimates. Hezbollah has shifted its communication strategy to portray the casualties as exclusively civilian. Their communication tactics, media operations, and propaganda are very different now compared to the 2024 war. Journalists and analysts who previously had easy access to their media offices and leadership are now struggling to communicate with them. This strategy prevents the world from seeing the suffering of the displaced and the Shia community, caused by the war Hezbollah dragged the country back into.
Oh my God. Okay, so caused by the war that Hezbollah dragged the country back into. So this is their perspective. They have an agenda. This is Beirut is not to be trusted. It's the first time I ever hear of this fucking page.
The militant group is widely reported to use civilians as human shields.
Oh my God. Oh my God. This is so shameful. I can't believe this is produced by Lebanon. This is fucking crazy, man.
Tactic that has dramatically amplified the death toll across Lebanon. It is not always obvious where Hezbollah military posts are. Many of them are in houses, schools, and churches.
What again? This is okay, you see? We have Lebanese conspirators, guys. This man is a traitor to his country. This man, everything he's saying is in cahoots with fucking Israel. Again, the Lebanese forces, I'm sorry, they're the most Lebanese forces, Kataib, the most Zionist of all Lebanese political parties. They would love to be allied with Israel. And don't forget, the Lebanese forces, and I think the Kataib as well, partnered up with the IDF to commit the Sabra and Shatila massacres.
Jebeli emphasized. U.S. support for humanitarian assistance to Lebanon should be premised on its relevant ministries and agencies making this fundamental distinction, concluded Robert Satloff, Executive Director of the Washington Institute for Near East Policy. For more information, click the link in the bio to read the full article.
Lemon Mintcat says, "I'm sure many Southerners are actually angry at Hezb, and they are allowed to be, but this is victim-blaming insanity." Yeah, exactly. A large portion of even Hezbollah supporters are against, maybe didn't want to be in this war, maybe wanted Hezbollah to stay out of it. Again, even though Israel was always planning on doing this, if not now, later. But to completely blame Hezbollah and echo Israeli talking points that, like, yeah, most of the men that are being killed are all fighters, and we can't really trust what the health ministry is saying, and they're using human shields. Like, what? Just go move to Tel Aviv. Beirut based, just make it Tel Aviv based. By Claudia Groling. كسمي Claudia Groling. عيب بشكلي. عيب عائلتي كلها. Claudia Groling is Beirut based. هلا كمان من وين جايبين ليها? Where did you bring Claudia Groling from? Shame on this fucking video, man. Jed, shame on them. Insane, bro. This is a pretty cool picture. Look at this. This says, they will leave and we will stay. This is a picture of South Lebanon. Look at how beautiful our land is. This is the land that they want to take. They will leave, we will stay. وَالْأَرْضُ لَنَا سَتَبْقَى. So this is what this says. They will leave, right here, يَرْحَلُون, this first word, they will leave, and we will stay. This land will always be ours. وَالْأَرْضُ لَنَا سَتَبْقَى. This is from Taiba town, southern Lebanon, Wednesday the 25th at 12:56 p.m. Please note the yellow flag. Ya Baqiyatullah slogan and the invincible soul of those resistance fighters. May God protect them all. Ajad, what a fucking G. Oh, Ya Baqiyatullah. There it is, Ya Baqiyatullah. Beautiful. And it is going to stay ours, no matter what. No matter what, even if... Think, if an Israeli is standing on our land, it makes it theirs. You think an Israeli building a little shitty little base on our land makes our land no longer Lebanon? Lebanon is in the fucking Bible, bro. Y'all like to point to 3,000-year-old text and saying that your land was promised to you? Jesus performed his first miracle in Lebanon. Lebanon is mentioned in the Bible over and over again. We are an ancient civilization. We are here to fucking stay. Nothing you can say or do will change that. You can occupy a little patch of land for a little while, but eventually we're going to take it back. Because we know the truth. If you believe in God or not, someone out there knows the truth. And if you believe in God, God knows the truth. God sees what's happening. So we will not let you do this. I take this as a warning. I myself will arm myself and go try to liberate the South if I have to. A pacifist will arm himself, learn how to fight, and potentially die trying to defend his land. Just a couple of headlines. BBC says Israel says it will keep control over part of southern Lebanon after war with Hezbollah ends. So let me read that again. Israel says it will keep control over part of southern Lebanon after war with Hezbollah ends. So Steve Sweeney quote tweets and says, it must be tough to work for BBC. So it must be tough work for BBC headline writers to find so many creative ways to avoid saying occupy. Yeah, why don't you just say Israel will occupy part of southern Lebanon after the war with Hezbollah ends? Instead, they say, Israel says it will keep control over part of southern Lebanon. Oh, they're going to keep control. What else can you call that, you motherfuckers? Here's another funny one. Israel intensifies Lebanon attacks and hits areas not in Hezbollah's controls. So, hits areas not in Hezbollah's controls. What a weird way to say Israel attacks civilians. Israel intensifies Lebanon attacks and hits areas not in Hezbollah's control. What the fuck? This is what the world thinks of Lebanon. This is how the world covers my country. This is how the world is covering the war in my country. What do you even say? What do you even do? This is the reason why I'm doing this. This is the reason why I'm trying to give you guys a little taste of what's happening here. Daily realities of a Lebanese person living through this. What am I going through? What am I feeling? What are my friends thinking? What are my family thinking? It's this. Here's how Tyre. Here's a quick look at Tyre, South Lebanon. Look at the destruction. A 2-lane street has now become a 1-lane street. You got to squeeze in between 2 destroyed apartment buildings. It's a ghost town. And finally, bodies are being buried in a temporary mass grave in Tyre because towns further south are too dangerous to reach and funerals do not guarantee protection from Israeli strikes. Last week, 4 rescuers were killed as they buried a body. Again, you saw stuff like this in Gaza and Palestine, mass graves, because it's either too dangerous, too risky to hold an actual funeral. Crazy, bro. R.I.P. gentlemen. May your souls rest in peace. Okay. I promise you guys Hasan's interview.
The Hasan biker situation's gotten crazy.
On DeFranco. So let's watch his interview, shall we? It starts at 15 minutes and ends at... Oh, it's a 15-minute interview. You guys want to watch it? Yeah, I'm going to take a 60-second break. Let's use the beautiful animation. Let's go. Get myself a snack. Demi made these like delicious cookies. I'm gonna have one. It's like a tahini. I'm sure I'm not gonna give her a recipe because maybe she'll share it with you guys if she wants to someday. But it's not like a traditional cookie, but it's so much better. Okay. Let's get this ready to go.
Subscribers only, varies by plan. And then diving right back into the news as promised, here's our interview with Hasan. Hasan, Democrats are publicly split on whether you should be involved in campaigns, right? El Sayed wants you on stage.
We talked about this. We love Hasan. We defend Hasan. Obviously, Hasan is not perfect. He's probably going to have takes and has had takes that I don't agree with, but I thought what were they going after him about? Oh yeah, like he's bad for the Democratic Party, etc. It's just AIPAC-funded fucking politicians who don't want to answer why they support Netanyahu.
Stevens said you're the exact opposite of someone I'd be campaigning with. Slotkin said you sound deeply anti-Semitic. What is your response to elected Democrats calling you a liability?
I have the same attitude that Bernie Sanders demonstrated after his rally yesterday. It's I think there's a major split within the corporatist side, the corporatist flank in the Democratic Party, the people that are constantly trying to appeal to this like mythical moderate centrist voter, and that's been a demonstrable failure. And I think that the party's base actually understands that it's a demonstrable failure, so they're demanding more. And these guys they're losing their relevance, their institutional relevance.
I mean, randomly, Billy D having Hasan on, as if it wasn't obvious, he's firmly planting his flag on the Hasan Piker side and extending a double fuck you to Ethan Klein and Ela Klein. So we just love that. We'd love to see that. Because Ethan has always been trying to be Philip DeFranco's friend, but always made these backhanded comments and compliments to Philip, talking about his body and shit. And then when the Israel thing popped off, you know what I mean? So it's nice to see this, like, Philip basically being like, fuck you, Ethan, you know, for now and ever. Don't even think about it.
Like a lot of these think tanks like Third Way and certainly advocacy groups like, you know, AIPAC, ADL. So they're just kind of trying to create pressure wherever they can. And I think they're very boomer minded because they think like, when I go and stand next to a politician, that actually benefits me. They don't realize that like politicians are coming to me because I can fundraise for them in a way that you really can't do unless in a way that you really can't do because it's like all individual donors from all around the country, right? This is not like a closed door private dinner, $50,000 a pop. Like this is like real people that appreciate what the candidate has to say and want to give $5 to, you know, $100. And then also on top of that, I have a fairly active audience that makes up the door knocker base, as I like to call it, like a lot of activists, advocates, labor union leaders, and, you know, lower.
If only you could all taste what I'm tasting right now. Goddamn. Goddamn. Beg Demi to give you her recipe. Next time she's on, be very nice to her in the chat. Maybe she'll tell you how to make these fucking cookies. Oh my God.
Level local politicians and the like, who when they get excited about a candidate, they want to do phone banking. Like, there is the real grassroots momentum when candidates associate with someone like myself, and that's the reason why they do it, because it doesn't give me any like significant legitimacy when I appear next to a candidate.
Oh, Haley D says, as the saying goes, if voting made a difference, they wouldn't let us do it. I love that. That's such a nice quote.
At least it doesn't work that way on the internet. No one really cares, right? And in the same way that like when I get favorable coverage from a legacy publisher, it's good for, you know, the managerial class. They read those papers, but it doesn't actually yield a real massive amount of eyeballs and attention that translates to like viewership and an increase in like.
It is a sweet cookie. It's a chocolate chip cookie, chocolate chunk cookie. Okay, and it's not just made with like traditional flour and stuff like that. It's got like other ingredients, but it's like, it makes it so much better. I can't even describe the feeling. It's honestly like the best cookie I've had in my life. And I'm not just saying that because Demi's my girlfriend. It's like, it is genuinely the greatest cookie I've had in my life.
People tuning in to my broadcast as opposed to going on like Theo Vaughn. So they're both the old guard and desperately trying to maintain that old guard mentality by like trying to apply pressure to politicians that very clearly are more malleable, more persuadable. You know, you get a couple lobbyist phone calls or big donors that give a phone call, and then you release a statement like the one that Slotkin did, which was so crazy. Like, she openly admitted that she doesn't know who I am, and then very clearly was like reading a talking point that was given to her, but maybe she didn't even like fully understand the talking point, because she was saying the conflation between Jews and Israel is anti-Semitism, is like very anti-Semitic. And it kind of seems like Hasan does that quite a bit. And it's like, no, actually I do the exact opposite of that. So that was like a funny angle. It wasn't even like quote mining to be like, well, this quote seems crazy or whatever. Because like they all do that usually. There's like a couple of them flying around that the ADL disseminates. But she didn't even do that, where she just like went off on a tangent on something totally irrelevant and unironically antagonistic to my worldview, something that I have for years and years pushed back against.
Well, especially as we get closer to the primaries, though. I mean, we are going to see these things coming.
Is Philip DeFranco litigious? Because I'm kind of tired. I might not be doing a lot of reacting. I'm just kind of watching this.
Out of like just people, you endorsing people or you being with people trying to use things that you've said and done. So we do have to talk about that while I have you on, right? Because you've been accused of calling Orthodox Jews inbred, comparing Zionists to neo-Nazis, dismissing reports of sexual violence on October 7th.
But a lot of them are inbred. What's wrong with saying it?
I believe the quote, and once again, it could be a clip, so we'll get to that. It doesn't matter if rape happened on October 7th. It doesn't change the dynamic of me. And posting that Hamas is 1,000 times better than Israel. Which of those things would you say?
Everything he's saying is accurate. Hamas is 1,000 times better than Israel. If rapes happen on October 7th, it does not make genocide okay. What else did he say that is wrong? Zionist pig dog, that's fine. Inbred, that's fine. What else?
Nazis, dismissing. You've been accused of calling Orthodox Jews inbred, comparing Zionists to neo-Nazis, dismissing reports of sexual violence on October 7th, saying, I believe the quote, and once again, it could be a clip, so we'll get to that. It doesn't matter if rape happened on October 7th. It doesn't.
They're inbred as any other super conservative insular community. Yep, there's inbred people everywhere in the world. You know, any extremist community, they're gonna keep it close to the family, literally.
Change the dynamic of me, and posting that Hamas is 1,000 times better than Israel. Which of those things
Nazis,
would you say you stand by? Which of those things would you say you regret? And which of those things do you think are being misrepresented?
I think the ones that are being misrepresented pretty egregiously are like it doesn't matter if rapes happened on October 7 or not, because that was actually an argument that I was having fairly early on with a chatter who was denying sexual violence or the likelihood of sexual violence happening. I was telling him that this actually doesn't change the dynamic of genocide. Like, this doesn't justify genocide at all. But that one has been misrepresented pretty egregiously. As far as the inbred comments goes, there's like a massive compilation of this out there of me like calling any kind of like ethno-religious racial supremacist an inbred, because A lot of these ideologies do revolve around genetic purity. But the idea that it's like directed at Orthodox Jews is ridiculous. It was specifically talking about, like, you know, settlers and settlers destroying aid and things of that nature. But I do understand that it can come across as insensitive. But so I will, as I told Politico, I believe, or the New York Times, you know, I'll try to be a little bit more careful with my language there. As far as the differences between Hamas and Israel, I mean, that I do stand by. I don't have.
I mean, he's got a lot of eyeballs on him. He should probably be a little bit more careful, because at this point, Hasan is extremely mainstream. So he's got everyone coming after him. He's probably got to choose his words a little bit more carefully.
An issue when people point to that to say, how could you say such a thing? Because my counter always is, okay, well, then argue against it. Explain to me why Hamas is a larger danger to the world, or a larger danger to the Palestinians, or a larger danger to Israelis than Israel is. Because Israel has committed a genocide. I think that's that it comes across as like a statement that is out there, because it's not one that you hear from any American commentator at all. But it's still a reflection of reality. It's not even a defense of Hamas at that point. It's just it's a way to try to get people to understand, like, the severity of what Israel has done, and to also try to, like, make people understand that these are groups. Like, Palestinian resistance is not operating out of a place of, like, anti-Semitism in the way that it's been presented. It's operating out of a place of having
survival, man. Survival. They don't give a dude. Again, sometimes I've always said it. I wish Israel was a Christian country, just so that we could just throw out the accusations of anti-Semitism and just talk about them as colonial invaders.
Emancipatory need, right? This is 75 years of apartheid. It's a pretty brutal and pretty ruthless occupation that these people have been subjected to. You know, this is not an alien force that's, like, outside of the Palestinians. I mean, they do have internal dynamics. They have Palestinians certainly are not all of them are fond of Hamas or anything, but it doesn't matter, right? Because, like, the much larger problem here right now is the genocide that Israel's conducted and the apartheid that it continues to maintain.
And the last thing I'll get to regarding anything in the past, because there's a lot of stuff happening now I want to touch on, and I know that you're kind of limited on time. It popped up during everything with Mamdani, right? You said in 2019, America deserved 9/11. You later called it inappropriate. Do you still think that the underlying argument was right and that just the phrasing was off? And if so, what is that? Or have you moved off that position entirely?
No, that was me talking about blowback, which is a concept that has academic consensus, right? And even in 2019, it had academic consensus. It's just that the way the language that I used was certainly not the best, especially because it can be misinterpreted and still is being cynically misinterpreted to this day. But I think
we talked about it. His statement of saying America deserved 9/11. Just like I said, blowback. Of course, you destabilize governments around the world. You start wars around the world. You kill innocent people around the world, families. At some point, someone is going to retaliate. Something is going to happen to get back at you, especially if you've been a sponsor of terrorism and war around the world. And that's what he meant by, like, yeah, America had it coming, essentially. Like, how could you not? You know what I mean? So you kill enough people around the world, one of their kids is going to want revenge someday.
At the end of the day, it's people leaning into quote mining and to be like, oh, this person is not arguing in good faith. This is like an insincere person. It's a radical person. One thing I have noticed is that, as you probably also know, I collaborate with politicians quite frequently. Bernie Sanders, AOC, Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar. I have had Tom Steyer on the stream. Like, I collaborate with politicians, especially in the primary season, but also in the off season as well. Greg Kazar, someone who I was a big advocate to.
Haley D says, I miss dark woke Hasan. Look, I'm a proponent of dark woke. I like Kyle Kalinske stuff, but a lot of people in chat find him problematic. We know Brittany Simon finds him problematic. Brittany Simon is going to be a guest on Better Left Unsaid in a few weeks. We've booked her. She's going to be on in a few weeks, and we're going to ask her about what she thinks about Kyle Kalinske and the whole concept of dark woke and, like, trying to be controversial and, like, kind of like fight fire with fire, essentially. I'm scared to ask her because I don't want her to make me dislike Kyle Kalinske, but hey.
To win the Congressional Progressive Caucus leadership role.
Yeah,
right?
he's very in love with Bernie. I found my Bernie plush stuffed in a in a drawer today when I was looking through some old stuff. It's kind of crazy, man. Yeah, he defends Bernie way too much.
Like, I understand the internal dynamics of the party. I talk to politicians all the time. I talk to analysts all the time. And yet this issue only gets brought up when I'm campaigning or when I'm when I'm working alongside Muslim candidates. Like, the major blow-ups have only happened twice. First with Zohran Mamdani, where Andrew Cuomo was trying to associate me with like Islamic radical terrorism and then tie him back to that as well. And now they're doing the exact same thing to Abdullah Sayed. So I think it's in some ways a not so subtle, but certainly more subtle than like Randy Fine, way of terror jacketing a candidate. Like to say like this candidate is platforming a person who.
Yeah, so what's the people are saying the Indian thing. What does he do? What does he say about Indians? I've never seen him insult Indians. I'm not saying he doesn't. I've never I haven't come across that. So I guess it's like in my blind spot or something. What does he say about Indians all the time? It's crazy.
Who might be a dangerous radical, right? But it's ridiculous, especially because the issue that they're doing it on is Israel. And this ties back to the boomer mentality that I was mentioning earlier, because Israel's a 90-10 issue, especially in the Democratic Party's voter base, right? So they are weirdly aligning themselves on the opposite side of an issue that's a 90-10 issue. They're siding with the 10%. And I guess the point I'm trying to make is like, no matter how much quote mining they can engage in, or no matter how much they try to say like, oh, I'm a radical person, I think most people, especially after the last 2.5 years, kind of
a lot of alpha male accounts were revealed to be from India. Okay, so if he was making fun of them for being Indian, like sometimes, like once I think James Gunn was accused of being anti-India for being like, a lot of these random comments I get on Twitter are from like India or whatever. And then people are like, why do you hate Indians? He's like, I didn't mean that. I just used India as like an example. I never saw that supposed. Oh, so he posted a racist Indian meme. Okay. I mean, look, he can slip up and post like something that's insensitive or fucked up. You know what I mean? But I don't think, I don't know how bad it was. So I can't judge, to be honest with you guys.
understand that this happens to anyone who puts themselves out there and says, free Palestine, says they're on board with Palestinian emancipation, that Palestinians deserve statehood, dignity, sovereignty. There's always a barrage of hatred, down to the likes of Miss Rachel, who is an immensely kind person, like an impossibly kind person, who just simply says things like,
W's for Miss Rachel. Kalinsky helped promote that Professor Zhang guy. Listen, that Professor Zhang was the guy who was like predicting a bunch of shit. I don't know what's wrong with this guy. I saw his conversation with Breaking Points. I mean, look, he makes a lot of good points, but what did he do? It's been hard for me to keep up with a lot of this stuff just because of the war.
I don't think children deserve to die, right? So it's ironically another thing that I talk about quite a bit as far as like the dilution of the term anti-Semitism, which is a severe crisis regardless. But this kind of dangerous conflation.
Ethan's Basement, what up? Ethan's Basement says he shared some pretty racist Indian caricatures. Let me try to find
this false conflation between Zionism and Judaism, paired up with like these barrage of attacks against people who are advocating for Palestinian emancipation and consistently calling them anti-Semites, pairing people like myself up with morally repugnant worldviews like Nick Fuentes. I think that is a spectacular failure in terms of combating anti-Semitism. I think it actually leans into anti-Semitism. It makes people no longer take anti-Semitism allegations seriously. And it also legitimizes the likes of Nick Fuentes rather than delegitimizes someone like myself.
So I was going to ask you, right? Because Mallory McMorrow, she compared you to Nick Fuentes in that you are someone who says offensive things.
Let me pull it up. This is I'm guessing just a screenshot of a Bad Empanada thumbnail. I can't. That's as big as I can go. So that's the picture. Yes, I'm an American. I'm an American. Yes, I like Hitler. Yeah, this is a pretty insensitive photo, I would say. I don't know if that's enough to make him racist against Indians, but this is not a great meme. Definitely can be seen as racist the way the Indian gentleman is depicted in that picture. Noxolotto sends $2 and says the Tabernacle made good points on Kyle's memes. Okay, I should check that out sometime. Sarah, good night. Thank you for being here. He makes up history. Speaking of canceled, did Billy ever come? I don't think. No, Billy's never been back. Billy, we miss you, Billy Beelzebub. That was a sad end to a stream, wasn't it? That was a sad end to a stream. Yeah, the image is pretty fucked up. The image is kind of let me take this off screen. I do not condone this, folks.
To generate clicks and attention. That's a paraphrase of what you said. What's your reaction to being compared to a white nationalist by a Democrat? And do you think that comparison is being made in good faith, or what do you make of it?
No, I don't think that comparison is being made in good faith. I will, to be as charitable as possible, I don't think Mallory McMurrow knows who I am. I think she just got talking points and thinks that this is like a viable way to draw a line. And
yeah, so Drax says if this was a Jewish cartoon, no, if this were an Arabic, if this were like an Arab dude like typing on a computer, it is a racist meme. It is a racist meme for sure. I don't know if that makes him racist. He did share a racist meme. Maybe he's trying, like sometimes when you're trying to be edgy and you're trying to be like, you know what I mean? You could go overboard and you can make a mistake. Do I personally think Kal Kalinske is racist? No. Do I think that Crystal Ball is racist? No. Do I think Kal Kalinske sometimes tries too hard to be like edgy and controversial and cool? Yes, definitely. And sometimes it could come across as cringe. Sometimes it'll straight up be racist. But does that meme make me think that he's racist? No, I just think that he was trying to be funny. He's trying to be edgy on Twitter, and he missed the mark there. You know what I mean? If he posts a lot of this shit, if this wasn't a one-time thing, and he's posted many memes like this, then yes, you could probably be like, okay, he's got something against Indians. So, and I don't know how often he's done that. So I would give him the benefit of the doubt that this was just a really bad joke, something that he should apologize for, clarify, like, yo, so I'm sorry I shared that, insensitive. I think he's just trying too hard to be edgy sometimes. But if he's shared caricatures about Indians and stuff like that over and over again, then yes, there's something going on. Elsie says he's sexist too. We could do a whole other stream about Kyle if you want.
the sand between herself and Abdullah Sayed, because they're both in like the anti-Zionist lane. They're competing for votes in the anti-Zionist lane where the votes are, but then all the donations are on the pro-Israel lane, right? And Stevens is actually the pro-Israel candidate. She's the AIPAC candidate in this race. So it's very clear, you know, her position is already established, right? Everybody understands it. But I think this was McMorrow looking at the three-way race that's taking place. That's within a margin of error, and deciding maybe I can be the viable, Israel curious candidate here and try to moderate and maybe get maybe get AIPAC.
Yeah, people are fucking with Dark Woke in the chat. Lydia says Dark Woke is just liberal Democrats unmasking their racism levels. I mean, I think it should be used within reason. If you start using insults that the right uses, and if you start calling people gay constantly, or if you start using the R word and stuff like that, then yeah, I think that's also super fucked. Like, you know what I mean? No, it should just be, in my opinion, like, I just like it when people bark loudly. Just bark, insult them, call them assholes, call them fuckheads, stuff like that. If you are trying to be cool by using insults that they use, things that we've all agreed that like these words shouldn't be used, then yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? But I do think that people should be, I think Democrats, we should always take the high ground. We should always be respectful and just yell back. It's okay to scream about genocide. They were always trying to be like, you should need to be a respectful Arab because you don't want to seem angry to fit in the angry Arab stereotype. We need to be calm. Like when AB was like, why are you screaming and why are you making us Arabs look bad, etc. It's like, my guy, if you don't scream for genocide, that's what makes you fucking crazy. Someone getting emotional and yelling for the right cause, I think is okay. I don't know how I got to this point. Drax says, I love arguing and insulting people. Me too. And sometimes when you argue with people that are as brain dead as Republicans, like, logic and being nice will go nowhere. You have to sometimes get their attention somehow. And sometimes the only way to get their attention is by using their tactics. You know what I mean? Like, I find it silly, like, someone's yelling at me and be like, well, actually, this is like, no, you got to fucking yell back. You got to yell back. So I am for Dark Woke. Maybe not in the sense that, like, it's I don't even like the word. The whole term Dark Woke is cringe. I just think that Democrats, liberals, leftists need to be way more aggressive. We need to be aggressive. We need to be angry because there is a lot to be angry about. And the whole, like, let's be polite and let's take the high road and let's always be respectful. It's like, no, at this point, I'm sorry. Like, my countrymen are dying. I got over 130 Lebanese dead kids. I want to yell at some people. I want to curse some people out. I don't want to be sensitive. Right now is not the time to be sensitive. Is this offensive? Could this be? Of course, I don't want to be racist. I don't want to be homophobic. You don't want to be sexist. There's a whole checklist. But I would rather be able to be passionate and get angry. And if in my anger, if in my passion, I do say something offensive or insulting, I want to apologize for it and clarify it. But I want to maintain my anger, because sometimes anger is righteous, and you need anger. You need anger to fight fascism. You need anger to fight invasions. You need anger to fight Zionism. Anger activates me in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? So it doesn't work for everyone. It doesn't work for everyone. But like, when I'm yelling at some guy on Twitter who's trying to justify the murder of my people, I'm not going to be thinking of like, what can be considered offensive? I'm going to be like, fuck your mother, bro. That's already offensive. That is already sexist. Why are you saying fuck your mother? Why aren't you saying fuck your father? That's sexist. Like, you know, that's a misogynistic insult, saying fuck your mother. Why are we always saying fuck your mother? Like, that's fucked. That's a misogynist insult, and I recognize that. But I'm not thinking about that when I'm thinking of Zionism. I've slipped up and said the B word a couple times in reference to women when they were saying absurd Zionist shit, like you should burn Lebanon to the ground. I've called these. My body just sounds like, oh, like you fucking B word. I shouldn't say that. But in that moment of anger and passion, I'm not fucking thinking what is offensive. You know what I mean? Again, I'm not talking racist. I'm not talking. Sometimes, you know, shit happens. Samsung says exactly, can't be nice against demons. Now, I think the people that are arguing against Dark Woke aren't probably saying to be not. Grack the Crackle says Dark Woke is when we start fucking dads. Exactly. I'm gonna start saying fuck your dad from now on. Will that make everyone happy? We're gonna start saying fuck your dad, motherfucker. It is important to try to be sensitive but like when you're in, again, when shit's real, like again, genocide, bro. Like it's real shit. So it's like we're arguing about words sometimes when it's like there's literally people dying. So that's why I'll give Dark Woke a bit of a pass, and I'll give Kyle a bit of a pass, because I know Kyle's heart is in the right place, and I know Kyle screams and is angry and is passionate about all this, and he sees the direction of the world, and I don't know, you know, I think. But again, if he has shared multiple racist Indian memes, he's racist against Indians. I've only seen that one picture from the Bad Empanada thumbnail. That's all I've seen. And I'm sorry, I haven't caught up on chat, so I don't know if anyone is saying anything else that's... Lydia says, just call it standing on principle. Yeah, we can call it standing on principle. I think that's fair. People are saying Bad Empanada is insufferable. Some people defending him. Drax says, I don't mind people dropping a little slur from... No, we're not talking slurs. A little slur from time to time. No. We're not doing slurs. Grack the Grackle says Kyle can definitely take it a step too far. Yes, I think that's what's happening with Kyle. He's going overboard, and people are cheering on his Dark Woke stuff, so he's getting like a little cocky, like, okay, maybe I can get away with this, maybe I can get away with that. Sometimes it's a bit too fucked. And I've done that. Let's be honest here. Let's open up. This is a live stream. We're being honest. I've made that mistake sometimes too. Like, for example, the Andrew Tate crowd and Andrew Tate, for some reason, Dark Woke people seem to think it's fine to make fun of Andrew Tate and like the alpha males by calling them gay or calling things that they're doing gay. And I've done that a couple times, or like that's kind of actually very gay. How is that different from, like, I think that's using the word gay in a negative way, even if we're using it to insult Andrew Tate because we know that his whole shtick is being an alpha male, and the worst insult for him, to him, is to be called gay. Even though we love gay people, we support gay people. I have gay friends, gay family, 100%. We'll never, nothing but love for the gay community, nothing but support, 100%. But by me even making fun of Andrew Tate, I'll be like, that's kind of gay. I'm kind of perpetuating a negative stereotype by saying that. So those were my few attempts at being Dark Woke, and reflecting on it and looking back at it, like, yeah, even if I'm calling Andrew Tate, or if I'm just trying to tease him by calling him gay, just because I know that he would hate that, does that make it okay? Does that make it good? No, it doesn't. And I'm still using the term gay in a negative way. I'm using it in an insulting way. And I should not have done that before. And if anyone was upset by me doing that, I am sorry, because I'm still using that word in a derogatory way, even though I love gay people, and even though I don't mean it insultingly, even though I'm using it in a very specific context versus a very specific kind of person, like the alpha male, like clavicular type, Andrew Tate, that whole fucking crowd of people, it still doesn't make it right, I think. You know what I mean? And I am sorry. No. Irene says millennials used to say gay all the time and not be mean to actual gays. It was a weird thing. Yeah, I know. I also know that. I'm not even trying to talk about it in that sense, like that's gay. Not even like that. When we use it, when people have used the term gay to like describe Andrew Tate, they're using it just to try to make him feel bad. But yeah, I think I don't think I should have done that, and I don't think I should have participated in that. And even though I think the person I was aiming that word to is a piece of shit, I shouldn't try to make anyone upset by using the term gay as a word that is upsetting. You know what I mean? So this is where sometimes dark woke goes too far and needs to rein it in. Like, I get it, Kyle, you're on the right side of history. And I know his heart is in the right place, but there are some terms that we should not use because it blurs the lines and it makes it seem okay to use those words in other contexts in which they should not be used.
Off my back. Which, you know, we'll see if it even happens, because these are the types of things we have to pay attention to now. It's really strange. It's not even about policies necessarily. It's more so about like what kind of subsidiary corporations is AIPAC going to set up that will not have the word Israel in it at all, and how they're going to launch unlimited amounts of money. Because sometimes they are going to boost McMorrow, and sometimes they might even boost Abdullah al-Sayed a little bit if they feel like there's a battle between McMorrow and Abdullah al-Sayed where like Stevens can win out at the end. So it's this complex machinery that I think undermines the principle of democracy. But, you know, we'll be paying close attention to it.
Do you think that might be connected? I mean, you have AOC, Ro Khanna, other prominent progressives, right, appearing on your show, people like Bernie Sanders, backing candidates on the campaign alongside you. But when many of them are pressed on specific comments, whether it be about Jews and Israel, most of them won't address those comments directly. Like, do you think that the elected officials who associate with you publicly...
Yeah, slurs are bad. Sorry, I'm not really paying attention to this anymore. Slurs are bad no matter what the context is. And even if leftist groups are trying to reclaim some of those words and try to use them in like a different context and make it okay, it's not okay. It's not okay. You know what I'm saying? That includes me, that includes Kyle Kulinski, that includes anyone who's trying to go dark woke. So for example, I'm going to do my part and stop calling people like Clavicular, people like Andrew Tate, and try to make fun of them by being like, oh, but that's kind of gay, Andrew. For an alpha male, that's kind of gay. Even though I don't mean it in that way and gay is insulting, even if it's just insulting to Andrew Tate, I don't even want to use that term that way. So that's how I'm going to sort of make that change.
But won't defend specific things you've said. Like, does that stand out to you? Do you think that's just playing the game? What's your take there?
I think I should never be the conversation. So I think it's totally appropriate for these politicians to be like, guys, you know, there's going to be things that we disagree with. And there are things that we disagree with, not on the issue of quote unquote Jews, obviously, but like there are going to be differences in opinions. It's healthy, it's normal, it's understandable, right? So I think they're just covering their bases by being like, it doesn't matter if we have disagreements, I'm going to talk to this person. I think they're just trying to signal it in a way that is like the most appealing to the broadest base. I don't expect politicians to just like run around and defend every clip out of context. They're not my fans, right? These are people that I work with. These are people that I want to fight for an agenda, and they are fighting for an agenda, so I support them. And if they stop fighting for an agenda, I will stop supporting them. But at the end of the day, this is an insincere conversation. So I do appreciate any kind of defense, because I understand, or at least they understand, that this battle is for who gets to retain control over the party, right? And I think they are just using...
Anyways, we don't need to finish this. This is a pretty good conversation. As long as it's making Ethan Klein fume watching this, it's pretty fun. Jess Polito says Anthony is the actual alpha male role model. Let's go. Where's Louis Theroux when they're making documentaries, huh? Do you guys want to finish this? I don't think we need to, right? We got the point. I'm just glad Phil DeFranco is on Team Hasan. Let's go. Also, nice productive conversation in chat today. I think we got to a nice place. I didn't get to read all of everyone's messages. I'm sorry. But I think we got it to a nice place. I like the conversation. We talked about dark woke. I felt like I was able to explain myself and why I kind of like Kyle Kulinski, even though a lot of you guys are finding what he says offensive and stuff. I understand where he's going overboard, where he should be making some changes, and where I've made some mistakes as well. Kind of maybe following his example, like, oh, if Kyle said it, maybe I can say it too. No, I can't. And no, he shouldn't. Yeah. Guys, thank you so much for being here today. It was a super nice stream. We've almost been streaming for 3 hours. It is almost 1 a.m. here in Lebanon, so I'm going to call it a night. Get some dinner, eat a little something. I'm hungry. Rest me vocal cords. Tomorrow is Friday. I might not be streaming tomorrow, but I'm going to be streaming. I'll let you guys know what's happening. I'm streaming Sunday for sure. And we will see what I'm doing Friday or Saturday. Might try to stream one of those 2 days. I'll figure it out. 1 day off, and then next week we'll be back with more streams. I want to get the gaming channel up and going. I've renamed it to DNW Playroom. It's now called DNW Playroom. It's a little bit more vague. There's going to be gaming, but there's also going to be a lot of Lego building, guys. A lot of Lego streams. I got a whole bunch of sets that you guys have not seen yet. You have no idea what I have. It started with Rivendell. Oh, Rivendell. But it's gotten pretty crazy, guys. It's gotten pretty out of hand, okay? I think my way of coping with this war has been buying Lego. Okay, that's what I've been doing. So much love to our friends at Bricking, by the way, who've been feeding this little addiction of mine. Where's that logo? 1 second. But bam, not sponsored, but we love our friends at bricking.com. Lebanon's greatest source for bricks, Lego, blocks, all sorts of shit. Awesome shit. I don't mean shit in the bad way. There's so much stuff that I just want to show you. I think I'm going to make a Lego haul video, show you what the stuff that I've bought over the last couple of months. I haven't built anything. I'm just holding on to them. So I'm going to make a fun haul video. It's all going to be on the new channel. Do not worry. DNW Playroom. Let me give you guys the link to subscribe. Go and subscribe to the Playroom. Get ready. We're going to rebrand it. We're going to fix everything. New logo. It ain't all about gaming anymore, folks. It's just about play. Let's have some fun. Let's play. I wanted to call it Anthony's Playroom. I do have a P.O. box. We have a P.O. box. We set it up. Jim D. Dukers to answer AC's question. We got a P.O. box. If you want the P.O. box address, reach out to us on Discord and Nour will give it to you. Nour or Karine will give you the P.O. box address. But Jim did send over multiple copies of his poetry book, and it has been stuck in customs since November of 2025. November, décembre, janvier, février, mars. It's been like 6 months. They kept telling me that it was going to be like, hey, it'll need a couple of months because there's a lot of delays. You'll get it. I eventually never got it. So I need to go to the airport myself and try to speak to like the customs department. So it might take a while for me to get it. Whatever you guys send, I might not get it right away, but I'm going to go to the airport to get Jim's books and we will figure it out. Everybody. So I wanted to do Anthony's Playroom, but the tag Anthony's Playroom was taken. I also tried Anthony's Game Room. That was taken. So DNW Playroom was not taken. So that's what we're doing. Subscribe to the channel, folks. I've made a little Lego section here. It's gonna get better, folks. We've got a lot of stuff to do. Subscribe to the channel. I know Chris says, when is the next Dark Souls 2? It's been ages. Chris, it might be a while. Hello, I'll share. I can't share why, but I'm gonna. Elias is going through some stuff. I want to wait and see until he's better, and I'll be able to maybe stream that. Also, we delayed because of the war. So Chris, you might be stepping in a little bit to step in for Elias until he's able to join us again. Chris, if you're down to join me for some Dark Souls 2, ahla sahla. Obviously, if Elias can be with us, it's even better. Me, you, and Elias. But if Elias can't be here, Chris, you're more than welcome to come help guide me through that game. Everybody, good night. Thank you so much to everybody who sent in super chats, everybody who gifted memberships or who became a member. Thank you. We appreciate you. We love you. Our patrons, our members. Stay tuned for some exclusive content. Sorry for any of the delays that have been caused. People, we love you. Take care. Drac, we do have a P.O. box. Drac, we do have a P.O. box. You can get the P.O. box from Discord. You can even ask Jim if you want the P.O. box address. Ask Jim D. Dukers. And, you want to send honey? God, you got to wrap that shit well, though. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Folks, much love. See you soon, members, patrons. Stay tuned. And with that, do not worry.